Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Can you hear me loud and clear? Mic check 1 2. 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the stream chat. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Hello. Welcome back. Let me just edit these filters one more time. Let me get the noise suppression a little bit more down. Let's see how that does. Let's get it to 40 decibels. Minus 40. That's it. There we go. How you doing, people? How you doing? Welcome back to the random show. Apologies for the delay. I was in the shower just 2 seconds ago, but we're ready to rock now. We're nice and sprightly and nice. Face is moisturized, neck is moisturized, the most important thing. Neck is moisturized, face is moisturized. We're ready to rock. What's going on, people? Let me know in the stream how you doing. Wagwan for the Wagwan. I see you. Big up, who's that? Mind Nuts, I see you. Coiler, I see you. Gamebird, I see you. What's good? LB, I see you. Diana, I see you. What's happening, people? What's going on, people? What's going on? I see you. Coiler was here earlier. Izanilla was here. Apex Putter, Addy Z. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Where you going? What are you saying? What are you guys saying? Big up Diana. I see you. We try and be fresh. I actually need to top up on my toner. I've actually run out of toner. I need to top up on toner. I need to top up on some vitamin C. My snail serum has kind of run out, so I need a refresh. I think the next couple of days I'm just gonna be fugging it out with some fucking, with some fucking cleanser and shit and moisturizer. But I've got to get a re-up on all my fucking skincare shit, which, I must spend about 100 quid on skincare, a month on the sly. It's kind of wild, isn't it? I kind of spent 100 quid, I think, a month on skincare. I think so. Fucking hell. Anyway, what can you do? Yeah, big up IDZ. Yeah, I'm just wearing a beanie for fucking to keep my hair in place. It's just there's too much of it at the moment. I need to get it braided, but there's just too much of it at the moment. It's getting on my nerves. So when I get it braided, my hair will be out as it was normally. But for now, I'm gonna keep it in the beanie to keep it nice and neat. The beanie's like my version of like a do-rag, It's an afro version of a do-rag. I know some people do wear do-rags with their afro, but this is the way that I keep my head, where it needs to be. But big up the stream chat. Hope you're all good. Let's continue. We've got a lot of things to run through, so let's just get running through them straight away, right? So first things first. I saw this clip, right? No, sorry. I saw this tweet earlier on from a random person that said the following. That got me thinking, and I went in a bit of a rabbit hole and I found out what's going on. So this random person on Twitter called Grace A. Millie, or Gracie Millie, or Gracie Millie, whatever her name is, right? You see her name there. She says the following. Have followed a lot of influencers on Instagram recently because it suddenly hit me, ... I'm so exhausted with wanting things, ... like this is so boring, ... So this random person woke up one day and realized the influencers she follow don't really influence her in any other positive way apart from being a spender, apart from consuming or being a consumer or wanting things or needing things, whatever it may be. And then it got me thinking in general, that is kind of true, isn't it? A lot of influencers, especially nowadays anyway, they don't really do much apart from going to free events and flaunting all the expensive stuff that they buy and attain. But there is a subsect, there is a very small niche of influencers who are quite useful. Most of them I like are the ones that do like manual labor stuff, the ones that like build stuff, the ones that cook, the ones that tell you about how to, manage your finances, the one that give you advice on taxes, the one that maybe give you advices on how to buy a car, maintenance sort of stuff, like garage stuff. Like all those type of influencers I think are really handy and really useful. Personally, I don't follow a lot of them. I just randomly find them on my For You page or if they go viral. But I think those type of influencers are the ones that people should follow. The influencers of old where it's just like, you know, every year they go to the same influencer circuit. Like for instance, all the influencers now are in fucking Miami Art Basel, right? In a couple of days, a lot of influencers are going to go to Nigeria for Dirty December. Nigeria has become like the place to go now in December. And then I think in the new year is when all the fashion weeks start and all the festivals are going to start a few weeks later. So you see it all the time. Every year there's like a carousel event that all your favorite influencers go to. And then in between that time, they're going to flaunt, you know, you're going to see that typical clip of them at the airport with their fucking Rimowa luggage. You're gonna see a fucking photo of them eating some fancy breakfast somewhere. You're gonna see a fucking fit pic of them standing next to something quite iconic, like a statue or a famous building or whatever, or other monument it may be. But that's it. There's no other bits of influencing there. So I kind of get what she's saying, and I think for me, I reckon subconsciously this might be the reason why I've been so like hands off, or I've been so like arm's distance when it comes to Twitter. Oh no, it comes to Instagram especially. For the longest time I didn't use it. Like I don't really use it that often nowadays. I just post on my stories and keep it moving. I don't really try and browse the feed too much. Number one, because I'm a bit of a weirdo. I don't like to get updates on people, you know, life and shit. I'd rather not, you know, find out in real life. I don't want to find out from the feed that, you know, you've had a kid, you got married, somebody died. I'd rather find out from in real life if possible. And I also don't want to just know things about people that I don't want to, you know, if I'm not seeking it. For instance, I'd hate like how Instagram's algorithm is really good. I've noticed with Instagram's algorithm, if you don't log in for ages, when you log in again, it shows you all the people that I think maybe you've spoken to or people you got a connection with, and it gives you an update. So it's kind of annoying. You always kind of find out what's going on. And then I think thirdly, the last reason why, I also just didn't want much of myself out there in general. Just it's a bit annoying. And I think lastly, if I'm honest, there was a little bit of that FOMO going on as well, where you're like, you know, you're seeing things people are doing that you're not doing. You're seeing people advancing in places that maybe you're not advancing in. And it can kind of, even for someone like myself, who's kind of, you know, I feel like I've got a lot of, I feel like I know what I'm doing and I've got my head screwed on right. But even I can log onto those type of things and see, and you're like, Jesus Christ, man. These people are like, you know, I don't know, half my age, maybe even younger, and they're fucking achieving so many things. You just sat there thinking, fuck, am I a failure? Have I failed? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it's not this, you know, having those questions come up in your head because someone else is doing something, you know, it's not really healthy, I don't think. So I generally try to kind of keep myself on distance. Now, I don't hate it. It is what it is. I think Instagram, there's no really reason to have an Instagram if you're not going to flaunt or stunt, right? I stunt in my own way. You know, sharing books, my workouts and all the stuff I'm getting up to. Everyone kind of got their own way of showing off on Instagram. But I think in general, I don't want to consume too much showing off content. So I try and keep it an arm's distance. But I wonder, just to carry on, if my little feeling, the kind of advance of my feeling is what she's saying. Where a lot of people are starting to feel, you know, weird about influencers. And just in general, the economy, people who haven't got as much money as they did in the past. Maybe, you know, you don't really want to, when you're struggling to pay the bills, the last thing you want to see is your favorite influencer going on like 17 trips in 1 month, you know, or having some extravagant dinner or whatever. Anyway, that's what that person said. Another person said the following, piggybacking off what she said. They said influencer culture is dying, partly because it's draining to scroll and to be reminded of a life you'll probably never live. And I think that's why so many people are shitting. Yo, big up.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Never compare Baba.
100%. It's not even, you know what? It's not even comparing. I think, you know what people say about us when it comes to dating have been, our brains have been permanently fucked because we see too many hot people. All for who was within a 25-50 mile radius. There was no, you know, seeing some baddie from fucking the Czech Republic, seeing from fucking media. The only way to kind of cut office. And I don't really know anybody. No, actually, I do. I do know one person, but I bet you. Think of the people in your. It's making it harder to consume. I think when we're all in a good place, maybe in a time when, I don't know, UBI happens or something happens, I think we'll all be able to consume all that content again and we'll be happy for them. But I think whilst you're trying to keep your head, trying to keep a roof over your head, because, you know, you're going through your own struggles. That's basically what that.
You have a gun?
Audio is cutting out, dog.
Oh shit, sorry. It was that. I'm on my chin thing today. My hand was on the thing and it took it out. What a fucking idiot. Anyway, I'm on my chin thing today. Let's continue. Another person said the following. I saw a video this week of an influencer in Paris summing up everything that she bought in November, and it was literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of merchandise. It was like looking at someone eating so much ice cream that they're going to end up throwing up. We all love nice things, I assume, but at that volume, bought in such obvious desperation for accumulation, it doesn't feel like glamorous at that point. It just feels like, wow, your life is so empty that all you can do is shop and can't go 1 month without spending 30,000 on handbags. It just suggests some kind of misery and soul sickness. Wow. So people are watching people do hauls online. And it's making them sick. It's making them nauseous because of all the spending. That's interesting. I've never had that reaction. To be honest, I think most people that do hauls, who buy a lot of things, generally have a shitty style anyway. And you know, it doesn't really resonate to me that they're buying something nice because they're not going to use it in a good way anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a wasted on them, to be honest. And to be fair as well, I don't really watch hauls. I'm not going to lie. I'm not really a haul watcher. I browse what I want to get online. You know, maybe I check different websites and stores and I just buy it. I'm not really a haul buyer, you know. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, all that to say, the reason why people are saying that is because of Jacqueline Hill. Do you remember Jacqueline Hill? She's this famous makeup artist who was involved in a lot of drama, but you know, that whole makeup MUA scene that was from back in the day. She randomly posted this video that went viral where she was complaining about her engagement, and the comments were very, very direct and very harsh, but she wasn't willing to accept it. So essentially she complained about her engagement, saying, oh my god, what's going on, my views are not where they were before. And people in the comments are basically saying, hey babe, like, we're struggling, we're out here struggling, we're all trying to live our lives. The last thing we want to see is you with 1 million handbags and you having this amazing Thanksgiving dinner. We're fucking tired of your opulence and your richness. It's a very interesting video. So I'll watch the video and then I'll read through the comments and you'll see what people are saying. So this is Jacqueline Hill complaining about her engagement.
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had. But I think about this every day, and this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago.
Hold on. People in stream chat. Did you miss everything I said earlier? Can you hear me now? So did you miss everything I said before? Everything I said before, you missed it. Okay. It doesn't matter. Forget the last 10 minutes. Just focus on this video. Forget the last 10 minutes. Focus on this video and read the comments and move on. That is God's way of telling me to stop yapping and to continue on the show. So let's watch this video. I'll read through the comments and then we'll continue on. Don't worry about the last 10 minutes. I was yapping for no reason. It is what it is. But let's watch this video and go from there. Okay, cool. Yeah, blame the team. I'm blaming Coiler. I'm blaming Diana. I'm blaming Shane's cow. I'm definitely blaming Young Old Vibes. I'm blaming the chat. I'm blaming the stream chat.
Something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had. But I think about this every day, and this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like, that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok. You know, like I remember when Instagram became a thing. I was already on YouTube when Instagram became a thing, and I downloaded Instagram, and like it was like this new app, and we were posting the square photos. Like, I've been here for all of it, and I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos. And I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of, I took off, like, I didn't post a TikTok, I think, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Like, sorry, shit, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid. But then I come back to TikTok, and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete shit. No one is seeing, like, it's one thing if my engagement is shit, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like, okay, so my audience wasn't feeling the vibes of this video. That's fine. But I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. Like, when I started, it was so organic. Like, you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying, so-and-so just posted a video, you go, you engage with it. And like, it was that simple. Now it's like, I put videos out there and sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience?
Welcome to the club, babe. Welcome to the club.
And it's just, I feel like my audience is really on Instagram stories. Like, my girls are there for me on Instagram stories. Like, I really know who I'm talking to over there. But I miss the days of knowing who I'm posting my content for. And I'm just like, how do like these new creators grow at this point? Like, do the new creators out there, do you guys feel like you're connecting with an audience, or do you just feel like you're kind of throwing your videos out into cyberspace and like hoping that it's going to stick? Like,
so you get the gist of what she's saying, right? You get the gist. She's complaining that she's not getting as many views or engagement as before. She feels that the algorithm is punishing her for not uploading every single day. She feels that the algo in general doesn't let her fans see her videos, blah, 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 blah. 14-year influencer complaining that the views aren't the same. The comment section was the interesting part for me. I would highly suggest you spend a day watching Jen Hamilton's video. She has 1 million active participants following her because her content is what we need in 2025. So one of her fans basically saying that you're not making content that we want to see anymore. We've kind of moved on from the stuff that you're doing before. You need to do better. Another person says, because your era is over and that's okay. Another person, we're tired of watching influencers rub their wealth in our faces. It's kind of sick to see this vibe shift. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like this vibe shift where people are fed up of seeing, you know, influencers buying handbags and cars and this is my 7th house and my baby's got a fucking Rolex. They don't want to see that anymore. They're fed up of that content. This is kind of refreshing. Another person saying I'm burnt out for posting Sephora hauls and get ready with me's to employ people is insane. Giveaways, can I pay rent with eyeshadow? Another person, I'm sick of the buy mentality. Teach me something, educate me. This is what I want. Another person, I'm an OG follower way back, and whenever your videos come up on my feed, it's always either trying to sell us something or luxury content most of us can't relate to. We're mums, we're millennials, and we're broke. I miss makeup education and learning. You taught me how to do makeup and I turned that into a 10-year career. Trust me, we miss the tutorials. You'll continue to grow and make this work. We have faith. So her fans are telling her, make better content, make the content we want to see now, and she's like, no, watch my fucking haul videos, watch me buy a Lambo, please. That's another one says, that's a $130 crew neck. Jacqueline, I've been here since day one. I've messaged you on IG since 2012. Girl, you never read any of them. I love you and always will. Another one, personally, I feel like you guys live in a dystopia. I am wondering how I'm going to financially recover from trying to give my kids a Christmas. Meanwhile, you guys are moving to LA and buying handbags that are more than my mortgage. So I scroll past it now. On top of this, right, I'm thinking, does anybody think this might also be the reason why the comedy bubble burst? Does anyone think there might be, because that happened a little bit to like your mum's house, right? Your mum's house went through a bit of an issue where the fans started revolting because some of them were pissed off that Tom kept talking about watches and shit. I wonder if that played a part in it, like the ostentatious wealth, right, that all these guys have, maybe made people kind of fall out in love with them, because at first you kind of felt they're like the guy next door, they had the everyman attitude about them, but then over time, when they're showing you their wealth all the time, it's sticking in your faces. I don't know. Another person, my husband and I are trying to figure out how to but formula next week, but I'm sick of influencer wealth and being there. Girl, you're missing the point in the comments. Babe, that sweatshirt is $140. That's my entire weekly grocery budget, and we can afford for our entire family. Another person, study Jackie Aina. She has transitioned beautifully. Her content is engaging, honest, aspirational. Girl, we can't afford fruit, and you're telling us in front of your $800 balsam hill tree and $135 crew neck. Try being an influencer for a day. You can connect to a $10,000 purse. I can't connect to a $10,000 purse or a shoe haul when $10,000 would pay off all of my loans and change my life. Jesus. Translation, you aren't funding my extravagant lifestyle properly anymore, and I'm mad. So the comment said what they said. She then followed it up with a video kind of, addressing some of the comments, not really getting all the issues as well. This is another video.
Hi, so I posted a TikTok yesterday, and in this TikTok I was talking about just being a content creator for the last 14 years and how I've watched these apps just change and how I really feel like TikTok specifically like punish.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Coiler. Exactly, Coiler. We're out here dodging landlords and fucking bailiffs, and these motherfuckers want us to care about another Chanel bag. Get out of here.
You for not posting, and then like if you don't post a video for a week or two, they put you like in TikTok jail, is like what I consider it, and they don't show your content to your audience. And the comment section has taken such a turn, and I'm listening. Like I've been laying here in bed for the last 30 minutes reading these.
Babe, you have no choice. At the end of the day, you have no choice. To be fair, I think she's made enough money where she could probably retire. She probably just loves the attention. But if you don't have enough money and you survive via the views of your fans and stuff, then you basically have to listen. It's not like you're doing them a favor by listening. You have to listen. Because if you don't listen to them, then you're not going to have a career. You're not going to have a life. You know what I mean? So it's a funny thing to say, I'm listening. Yeah, you have to.
These comments, because when I first posted the video yesterday, the comment section kind of went a different direction, and at first I was like, wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not talking about like my content, I'm talking about the app. But now there's like I think 2,000 comments, and I'm like, okay, my ears are open, I'm listening, I'm reading your comments. You guys are saying that like you're sick of the influencer era, you're sick of the shit, you're sick of the luxury. And so my question to you guys is like, what is it that you want to see? Like
That's why you have to give people like Emma Chamberlain a lot of credit. Big up Emma Chamberlain. I've always loved her vlogs. She kind of evolved, and she doesn't really do many vlogs. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but she kind of, you know, took a break and started exploring other things. That's why you have to rate Emma Chamberlain, because from the beginning, influencers like Emma Chamberlain weren't really pushing the wealth thing. It was more so, hey, this is my life. I'm documenting my life as I grow up, you know, as I evolve, as I do this, as I do that. And it kind of, your fans went along with you on the journey, as opposed to these type of influencers who most of their lives were centered around, you know, becoming famous and getting money. There's probably a ceiling for that kind of content. It's probably going to get tired after a certain while if you're not trying to reinvent yourself. You know, it just is what it is, really.
Started this 14 years ago when I was literally on food stamps, broke as hell. I had no clue that you could make a dime doing social media. I genuinely started it for the love of it.
Yeah,
I just
right.
loved beauty. I loved
I just don't know why people do this whole like, I did it for the love of it, when it clearly you wasn't. You did it because you wanted to be famous and you wanted to make money and you didn't want to work a regular job. Being honest and just saying that is so refreshing than this fucking stance that everyone did. Brendan did the other day. Oh, I did every business I get into it because it's something I'm passionate about. Bullshit. You get into these things because you see an opportunity to make a quick buck. That's okay. Maybe along the way when you do the business, you start to develop a love for it. Cool. But let's not act like, you know, it all comes from love. It all comes from a passion. Like, fuck off with this shit.
talking beauty. I loved recommendations. I loved teaching beauty. I just loved the community with other women. Like, I worked at MAC Cosmetics at the time, and I freaking loved my job. I loved it. I still have dreams that I work at MAC. Like, I loved it. I love just like talking about beauty products with other people. I love it. Anyways, with that being said, like, the only reason I'm still here is because of you guys, because of the community. If you're not enjoying what you're seeing, I 100% want to know. I want to shift.
So she said that. What did her fans say? Alex Earl is a millionaire but somehow remains relatable because she has never done luxury haul. District 12 is tired of watching District 1 complain about luxuries. Not Jacqueline Hill, totally missing the point again. I checked out when you decluttered your Stanley collection. Yo, decluttering a Stanley collection, that's peak consumerism, isn't it? By the way, what happened to Stanleys? What happened to the Stanley hype? What happened to Labubus, brother? Think about this. Labubus didn't last until Christmas. The Labubu hype didn't last till Christmas. It feels like it went by in like a couple of months. Kind of crazy how quickly trends come and go in it. Stanleys, people were fighting over Stanleys, people were fighting over Labubus, and now look in Christmas. Jesus Christ. If you get a Labubu during Christmas, you're probably going to be pissed, isn't it? Real content without links and ads. I started it for love. I love teaching beauty. I love recommendations. There's your answer. People are starving, can't pay their bills. Watching luxury is depressing when you can't eat. Makeup tutorials, I want to be educated, not influenced. More how-tos, less show and tell. We want someone to show us cheap products to look like baddies because we have no money. Unlike the influencers. Exactly. That's why Nina Paul's our girl. Exactly. That's very, very true. I love you. I'm an OG follower and will continue to follow you, but we're just tired out here trying to pay our bills while the influencers live in the lavish homes. It's just not relatable anymore. You're not relatable, sweetie. Ma'am, we're in the Great Depression. People aren't Instagram obsessed anymore. Yes, you're listening, but you're not understanding. Blaming the app, huh? So yeah, interesting vibe shift. I'm interested to see how the vibe is shifting. I want to see how it continues shifting, and I'll be observing it from the outside looking in. What's this video? Is this another update, or is she just getting ready to go to sleep? What's she saying here?
Let's dye my eyebrows together.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that one, but yeah, you get the point. You get the gist. You get the gist. Let's continue. Cool. Brothers and sisters, this guy, right? This guy from Rolling Stones magazine got fired recently. He's going viral because allegedly this man was responsible for writing a lot of smear campaign, a lot of smear articles allegedly against Drake. I don't think that's true. I just think he's more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan. So when the Drake and Kendrick beef was happening, he was writing a lot of articles on Rolling Stone that were very anti-Drake. So a lot of Drake fans are now happy that he got fired from Rolling Stone because he announced he's firing on Twitter. The thing that really bugged me when I saw this tweet wasn't that he's a Kendrick fan. It was the tweet itself and the link to a GoFundMe. People in the stream chat, is this kind of cheeky? Is this kind of cheeky and in poor taste? This guy got fired from his job and he's launched a GoFundMe. He got let go from his paper. He got let go from his magazine he was writing for. Okay, it's a bummer. I get it. But just go get another job. Why are you asking for money on a GoFundMe? Isn't that a bit strange? Or am I bugging out? I don't know. It seems a bit cheeky. Let's read the tweet. After 3 years, I was laid off by Rolling Stone. I'm appreciative of the time there, but I know this is opening a better path. Putting everything into my newsletter for now. Please subscribe. Plus a GoFundMe for anyone who likes to help. Isn't this really strange to launch a GoFundMe because you got fired from your job? Where is it? Continue. So far he's raised quite a lot. Oh, Jesus Christ, he raised all of it. Fair play. Okay. He's nearly hit his target. His target is 4K and he's already raised 3,790. Let's read the blurb. Last week, after 3 years at Rolling Stone, I unexpectedly laid off. Apparently, Rolling Stone's recent merger with Vibe eliminated the need for my position. This termination leaves me in immediate peril. My salary was not how do you say that? Commensurate? My salary was not commensurate with New York tremendous cost of living, so I haven't been able to amass the savings needed to weather this period. Commensurate? What the fuck does commensurate mean? Does that mean not relating? What does that mean? Commensurate. It wasn't. What's a commensurate? Corresponding in size. My salary was not corresponding with the New York. That doesn't make any. So when he was working at Rolling Stone, he's trying to say when he was working at Rolling Stone, his salary couldn't afford him to live in New. I'm so confused. So your salary wasn't commensurate to the cost of living of New York, but when you're working at Rolling Stone, you were living in New York. So how was your salary not letting you live there if you were living there? That doesn't make any sense. That feels like a lie. And also, if you get fired, don't they give in America? Please let me know. Maybe he's right in this. In the UK, if you get fired, you get notice, obviously, and they usually give you a severance. Most of the time, if it's like a merger like that, you might get anywhere between like 1 to 3 months of pay to kind of as a parachute. 1 to 3 months. How does it work? But how does it work in America? Is it the same or not? If you get let go, can they just not pay you? I don't think that's right? I don't think labor laws will allow that. He was bad at savings. Yeah, exactly. Only if you're perm staff, not contract. Yeah, of course. Oh, true. That's a good point, actually. Maybe he wasn't permanent staff. Maybe being a journalist, he might have been on. He might have been like on like a freelancer rolling contract thing, innit? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, maybe he's got a point then for making this GoFundMe, because he might have been on like a rolling contract sort of thing. Yeah, and then when they fired him, or just maybe just a freelancer. That makes a lot of point. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what the future holds, but I would like a Medicom of stability while I figure it out. This fund will help me cover expenses like rent, utilities and groceries, and a new laptop to do my work. I'm my own support system, which means I need to acknowledge when it's time to swallow my pride and ask for help. I appreciate anyone who can offer me support in this precarious period. Fucking hell, man. God forbid. I'd rather just do fucking DoorDash, man. God forbid you launch a GoFundMe because you got let go from your job. Like, I don't know, man. I guess that's also one thing I've begun to appreciate over the last few years. I've become a lot more, I would say, financially literate, I've become a lot more financially literate. A lot of the debts or bills that I had in the past, I've got a lot of those on a payment plan. I'm paying off little by little every single month until I get to a point where it's all going to be cleared. Recently, I cleared my electric bill that I had over my head for a while. So I've been really learning a lot about that. And it's been a real game changer. Honestly, it's really been a real game changer. I completely understand why people are obsessed with putting their fucking finances and their monthly bills into a fucking spreadsheet on Excel and shit. It's quite satisfying, man. I get it. It's quite satisfying to know that if an emergency pops off, that you've got a bit of money to kind of cover emergencies. You can get your groceries with no fucking hassle and shit. It's really, really, really good for the mind, really good for the mental. I can't imagine living that life I did before, where I just had like zero savings and just was relying on, paychecks, basically living paycheck to paycheck, which, can work at some points, but I think it's good to kind of graduate from that world or that place. So, I guess this guy's in a tough place, so I hope it works out for him, but I don't know. I don't think I'd have the courage, the gumption. I don't think I'd have the capability to launch a GoFundMe because I got fired. I don't know. Usually when you get fired, anyway. There's always an inkling. There's always a vibe that you kind of know that something's going to change. So I would have made the adjustments and the whatever to make sure that I was protected, whether it's get a second job or quit beforehand and look for another one, whatever it may be. I don't think I would have waited right until the last minute to get this. And if it did happen, I'll just jump onto a delivery app. You know what I mean? Straight away. I'll just jump on a delivery app, get my fucking pedal bike on and start fucking making money that way for the time being, whilst I look for the job that I want. I wouldn't just go straight to the internet like, help me. Like, that's a little bit too much. But everyone's different. What are the comments saying? Am I the only person that thinks that? Their loss. We love you and rooting for you. Next job is gonna be a dick. Next job, stop being a dickhead and be a better writer instead of a hater. Good luck, nigga. Deserved. Someone saying deserved. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Your pen is always one of the best. No way. Hang in there, man. Absolutely sucks. Rooting for you. This is crazy. Rooting for you. Okay, cool. I guess I'm the only person that's hating on this. That. Let's move on. Gets, man. Gets. The rapper Gets from the UK has finally admitted or finally pled guilty. If you guys don't know, this rapper from the UK called Gets ran over this kid on the street when he was coming back, I guess, from the club one night. He didn't stop. He ran him over at, I don't know, he's going like 68 miles per hour, something crazy. Obviously the kid died right there. Absolutely tragic scenes. And he didn't stop. He went back home and the police found him the next day in his house sleeping and shit. And of course he got, arrested. And he's been in jail since, to be honest. He's been denied bail, understandably so. He was due to go in court a couple of weeks ago, I think, but he refused to leave his cell. So they then had to kind of postpone it. And now I guess they finally convinced him to come to court. And he, decided to plead guilty. I think the guilty plea is a good thing, because I think this is going to quicken the fucking court process, and will probably allow the family of, the victim, the guy that he ran over, to have some sense of closure. I'm guessing because if he would have pled not guilty, he would have kind of longed out the whole thing. But it's really horrible. It's really fucking horrible. He kind of fucked up his life. But the odd thing I remember seeing in the UK, vehicular manslaughter, the sentence ain't that harsh, I read somewhere that he could get anywhere from 2 to 8 years only. He might get only 2 to 8 years, and I think that's insane. Running somebody over in your car because you were drunk, because you were fucking drinking, right? Killing somebody with your car like that. Surely you should just get life. Getting 2 to 8 years is fucking awful. Awful. He could come out and still have a regular life. You know what I mean? Like, obviously his life has changed forever, but still, I think that's pretty shit, to be fair. If you take someone's life, I think you should always get life, personally, in my personal opinion, especially if it was intentional or if it was reckless, you should always get life. But anyway, let's read the article. Rapper Gets admits death by dangerous driving. It says award-winning rapper Gets has admitting to killing a young man in a hit-and-run collision in North London. The grime artist, whose real name is Justin Clark Samuel, failed to stop after his BMW hit Nepali student Yubin Tamang, 20, in Ilford, northeast London on the 18th of October. Police said the rapper was driving 60 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone and hit Tamang, who was crossing the road. Honestly, there's a video of it, right? There's a CCTV video of like somebody's CCTV from their house, and it's so tragic. The kid didn't stand a chance. Luckily he didn't see it coming, because he crosses the road, he looks to his left, there's no car there. When he looks back to look at his phone, the car's there and it hits him, and he literally goes flying up in the air. Like, I think they said he flew up like 60 feet. So he might have flew, a couple stories of a house, bang on the floor, and then it's the middle of the night, there's no one around him, so he just he's on the floor just like with no assistance. It's awful. It's an awful fucking video. And the guy didn't stop. He just kept driving. He didn't stop the whole time. Absolutely crazy guy. Clark Samuel, 41, from Woodford, East London, pleaded guilty for causing Mr. Tamang's death by dangerous driving and the second charge of dangerous driving on the same day. He also faces 2 further charges, which is driving while over the legal limit and dangerous driving. That's the victim, RIP Yubin Tamang. There was a lot of stories coming out that allegedly on the same day he was crashing into a bunch of cars on the way home, you know. So yeah, he's probably going to get more. Maybe that would probably might lengthen the sentence. You never know. The fatal collision happened at about 11:30 p.m. where Tamang was hit as he was crossing the road at Redbridge Lane, Ilford, North East London. The second charge of dangerous driving was admitted, related to him being behind the wheel of a BMW M5 in Tavistock Place and other London roads. By the way, what's a BMW M5? Is that what I think? Is that the big body car? That's a big body car, isn't it? Oof, if that hits you at 60 miles per hour, yeah. Jesus Christos. Gets, what the fuck are you doing, man? What an absolute idiot. Police attended the defendant's address on Woodford early the next day. The black BMW registered and insured in the defendant's name was significantly damaged, police said. Clark Samuel is due to be sentenced on the 12th of February when the 2 other charges will also be dealt with. The first charge is causing death by careless driving when over the limit of alcohol. It's alleged that he was over the prescribed limit as he drove 119 micrograms of alcohol. The second, the dangerous driving charge, relates to an allegation that he dangerously drove a BMW M5 on Worcester Crescent in Redbridge. There he is, looking very rough, by the way, looking very fucking rough. Tamang was the only child and his parents had sent him to the UK to receive an education. Could you imagine how heartbreaking that is? Tamang was the only child and they sent him to the UK for an education. Fucking hell. He had died in hospital 2 days after being knocked down, which makes it more tragic. You know, I think I heard that he died on the scene, but you know, I can't imagine the amount of pain that kid was in, man. 2 days later, Jesus Christ. RIP. Clark Samuel was also appeared via video link from the Pentonville prison, is currently in custody, and the judge told him to expect jail term and the length, which is yet to be determined. He also disqualified from driving, but the length of the ban is still to be decided. Gets is a Mercury Prize nominated grime MC and a songwriter who had a high profile music collaboration with acts like Stormzy, Ed Sheeran and Skepta. So yeah, horrible situation. Again, the prison sentence is much deserved. It's just crazy. I don't understand the law, because lately I've noticed within people that I know, there's like a big, I won't say a big scene, but there's definitely a trend I've noticed of people who are enjoying driving while high. Have you guys noticed that? I'm sure I'm not the only one that's noticed that. I know a lot of people who take bumps or whatever, who do balloons and shit and go out for late night drives. Not even drinking, they just do drugs. And that's like a thing nowadays. Kids going out and just driving high. I personally don't get it, because the one time that I kind of got behind the wheel tipsy was one of the scariest times I've ever had in my life. Like I remember back in the day when I used to kind of illegally drive this little Volkswagen Polo that I had, that I kind of shared with a bunch of us in the area. It was a really bad idea back in the day, but I'm glad we kind of grew up from that. But the area that I kind of lived in, the kind of ends I lived in, you know, we had a group of friends. I think one person had a provisional license, but we all chipped in to buy this like Volkswagen Polo. It was like an N-Reg. It might have been an L-Reg and N-Reg or something. We bought this Volkswagen Polo from like Gumtree, right? We all chipped in and bought this Volkswagen Polo. It was like an automatic, like a 1 liter hatchback thing, and we all kind of would drive it randomly. One night, I went to a Red Bull party. There was a Red Bull party in some warehouse somewhere in like central London, or no, maybe near East London, sorry. Like free Red Bull and drink. I forgot what it was. It was some cool party. I drove there and obviously I got fucked up on the Red Bull and rum and shit. Imagine Red Bull and whatever whiskey. It got me super wired. And then I left, you know, to come back home, and I drove back home. Luckily, I didn't get pulled over by the police, but I remember that drive back home wasn't too far, but still that drive back home was so scary. I was so fucking worried that I'd get pulled over. So fucking worried. I was so fucking nervous. 2 hands on the wheel, driving like a proper old lady. So I can't imagine how these kids nowadays get a thrill out of driving while high. I don't get it. And especially back then, you know, Ubers weren't really around. But nowadays, with the, with the plethora of fucking transport fucking or car, whatever, service companies and shit, apps and shit, there really is no excuse to be driving home drunk. There really isn't. There really is no excuse for it. Really isn't no excuse for it. And I think anyone that does it and gets themselves in trouble or ends up harming somebody, you deserve the full weight of the law to come on your head. You deserve to have the book thrown at you, lengthy jail term, because there's no excuse. You could easily go to a party and drive there and easily get an Uber back and pick up your car in the morning. It's not that deep, really. It is not that deep. So the fact that Getz got himself in this issue is his own problem. He's gonna have to face the consequences of what he did. He's gonna have to live with what he did forever and ever. It's probably gonna fundamentally change him as a person. But you know, at the end of the day, he took someone's life. You know, took someone's life over some carelessness. Very selfish act, to be honest, and it's really disappointing because, like I said previously, he's one of my favorite MCs. One of my favorite rappers back in the day. He was part of a crew called Nasty Crew and shit that I used to always listen to. So it's kind of sad to see how it's gone because he did have a little bit of a change. He was doing a lot of positive stuff and inspirational music and all this malarkey. And to kind of be involved in this is kind of fucked up. And it also kind of goes to show you what people are like behind the scenes, because he was, you know, putting out this one image that he was very wholesome on the outside, that he was like a reformed gangster type of guy. But I guess behind the scenes, he was still that guy, essentially. Because, you know, going out and drinking that much and then driving it's just to me it's just fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, there we have it. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do the clips I want to do. I got to do the clips. I got to finish these clips from the Golden Hour. I've been fucking delaying this for ages. So let's do the clips from Golden Hour. The Golden Hour clips we're gonna do. We did the Akash. Oh no, we didn't do it. Did we do that? Yeah, we did the Akash Singh drama. We did the haters. Let's do. No, did we do Akash Singh drama? We didn't, did we? No, we did. We did. Let's do. What did we do from Brandon? No, okay. Hold on. We did dealing with haters. Okay, I don't think we did. Did I play you the clip of the Golden Hour guys reacting to the fucking Akash stuff? Did I play that one? A little bit of Cambridge, no more Kakash. Did I play the clip of Golden Hour guys reacting to it? Did I play you that clip or not? Cash Nasty's in prison? No. Fuck, you know, everyone's getting locked up, innit? It's Cash Nasty. Jesus Christ. What did Cash Nasty do? Really? What the fuck did Cash Nasty do? Big up Asad Aziz. Oh, okay, cool. I don't remember what I played. Did I play the fucking, which one did I play? I know I played the Mark Maron one and Anti Santino, but did I play the Akash one? Do you guys know? Okay, let's just go. Let's just do this one. I'll do the Steve will do it one. So this is Brendan Schaub kind of explaining again for some reason, I don't know why, the whole Steve will do it beef and drama, right? So we're gonna do that and then we'll carry on. But this is Brendan Schaub on the Golden Hour, kind of trying to explain why him and Steve will do it got into it, right? So let's play this. Bear with me a second here. Cool, you got it.
I had this dude go bad on me, right? This Steve will do it. I made a mistake on the Schaub show, and I just apologized to him. He kept going bad on me, and fans were like, "Oh, this would be so good for views. Roast him. You guys should fight each other." I was like, "It's just not what I do." I get what you guys are saying. I went, "My bad, dude. I fucked up. I assumed something I shouldn't have."
Yeah.
He talked all this shit. I went, "I get you're angry.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna fight me. That's not even an option."
Right.
So I fucked up, dog. My bad. And then he can keep going, but you're not going to get anything from me. It's
right.
I would have such a bigger career if I engaged in all that.
But
I've had some feuds through the years.
Yeah.
And I just never engage in it.
Yeah.
It's just not what I do. Because at the end of the day, there's tough guys
Right.
online.
Right.
And then in real life, that's where I live.
Right.
So if you're so upset and you want to fight, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm so fucking down. But it's never going to be fair. So that's not an option for me with these guys.
Right. Yeah. Well, he just, all I heard was like, all y'all bitches and I'll kick your ass.
That's true though.
Eric Griffin's sucking. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm starting to hate Eric Griffin sucking Brendan's dick more than Callen. I'm starting to dislike the way Eric Griffin sucks Brendan's dick more than Bryan Callen. You know, Bryan Callen always kind of comes to jump in to kind of save Brendan and kind of, you know, be the human meat shield and try and explain stuff. I think Eric is more nauseating. I think Eric is more nauseating and more annoying because we all know he started up as being a hater of Brendan. And now he goes over the top to prove his loyalty and dedication and fealty to fucking Brendan. You don't have to do all this. Eric, you don't have to do all this. You're fine on the golden hour. You're not going to get fired. This is a fucking dead show anyway. You're sat next to an alleged fucking PDF anyway. No one's going to take your spot. No one's going to take your spot. Brendan needs you. Just as much as you need him, he needs you. Your invoices are always going to be paid. You're going to be okay. There's no need to be continually trying to jack him off. It's not that deep. Like, relax. Oh, he's so fucking annoying. All I heard was fucking dickhead. Anyway, to the point that Brendan makes here, what he makes, he's trying to really kind of minimize what happened with Steve Will Do It. Brendan, without any provocation, insinuated or just, you know, basically floated the idea that Steve Will Do It and his friends, his cohort of friends, the Milk Boys, were maybe partly responsible with the uptick in maybe the match fixing allegations that were going on around fucking UFC and that investigation with the FBI with that particular fighter that may have fucking, you know, took a bit of a dive and let himself get choked out. Brendan was out here suggesting that the involvement of the Nelk Boys and Steve Will Do It may have been the reason why we're seeing these rumors around match fixing in the UFC. He straight up kind of accused him of like a crime with no evidence, no nothing, just on the hunch of like, oh yeah, because these guys like to gamble. So because they like to gamble and they're friends with UFC fighters, then it means that they may be involved in match fixing. So he threw out an unsubstantiated fucking claim about somebody that was super harmful, super bad. Obviously Steve Will Do It replied and was really upset about it, but you're the one that started it. You don't then get to chance to kind of, you know, get on your high horse and act like you're above everything and you're not going to be going back and forth. You're the one that started a bullshit and harmful rumor about somebody. They then called you out, rightfully so, and he tucked his tail and kept running. But he's trying to make it seem like he's the hero of the story when he wasn't. He's the villain. He's the fucking villain. And also, I would say, if you're Brendan Schaub, you have to question and you have to maybe think, why is it you keep getting involved in passes and beefs? You should, like, why do you always keep getting involved in beefs and arguments? I've always said Brendan might be the most hated UFC fighter of all time, which is odd because there's so many hated UFC fighters out there. And he also didn't have a long UFC career. But somehow he has managed to be an ex-UFC fighter who people seem to have a lot of negative opinions about. Even fighters, current fighters, ex-fighters themselves don't really look at him with any kind of reverence or anything. He's really kind of like ostracized and kind of on his own island. So I think that's odd. I also think it's odd how he always gets involved in some sort of like public skirmish, some sort of beef. Just a few months ago, whatever was it, last year, he was on here fucking screaming at fucking Nate Diaz, talking about how he's going to twist Nate Diaz's neck off, pull up, meet me, I'm going to fight you, all this stuff. This guy's been unnecessarily aggressive and combative with people on the internet, mostly because he says dumb things and gets called out for it, then gets upset. You know, so him trying to twist it and rewrite the narrative or trying to retcon what happening is fucking hilarious. He said something kind of fucked up about Steve Will Do It that was unprovoked, unnecessary, really and truly, and really irresponsible as well. He then gets rightfully called out for it, and now he's trying to act as if like, oh yeah, I'm above the back and forths. Brother, you started the back and forth for no fucking reason. You know, you got called out for it, and obviously you realized the error of your ways, but by that point it was already too late. So I thought that entire fucking cope was really lame and really crap from Brendan. But again, should we be surprised? Should we be surprised? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do another one. Dealing with haters. Cool. Let's do. Yeah, I don't think I did the Akash thing one. No, I did do that one. Cool. I think I've done it all. Okay, cool. Now let's do the Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne one. Let's do that. Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne reacted to the whole Akash drama. So let's watch that one. Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne on Brilliant Idiots reply, or kind of respond to all the drama happening with Akash and his wife. And then we'll move on and do some Schaub show and some other bits and pieces, yeah? Cool. Let me just get it up on the screen. Bear with me a second here. There's the screen. Cool.
That's not.
But what made you think about sucking cocks when he was talking about
bro?
that?
Because when you talk about porn stars,
We
they don't have no guy porn stars that are like.
Hey man, we talking about pleasuring our wives over here, man. Just tell us what's up, man. It's all good. Hey man,
Are
just
there
tell us what's
male
up.
What happened,
porn
man?
stars that
Akash
are
wife
known
made you want to
for-
not be married? What happened, bro? You want to be?
Yo, when you locking it down, yo? When you locking it down?
What happened?
That's kind of funny though. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of funny. Did Akash wife make you not want to get married? I wonder actually. How many people out there actually did get dissuaded or kind of looked at their fucking fiance with a side eye when the whole Akash Singh wife drama happened? Like, you know what? Maybe marriage isn't all what it's meant to be, you know? Maybe I should hold off on the whole marriage. I wonder how many guys out there are actually having second thoughts, about the whole marriage thing. I wonder.
And I'm never gonna tell the world I ain't going through that shit. That shit is crazy.
What happened?
I didn't realize we had Akash's picture up.
I don't like what they've been doing to Akash the past few weeks, man.
Yo, free Akash,
And I ain't
man.
seen the
Free Akash. Free Akash.
I haven't seen the new episode of Flagrant, man. Did it go well?
You gotta watch it, man. We had him and Jocelyn. Well, am I ruining it? Everybody
They
already
can say
knows
it
by
by
now.
now,
Yeah, just watch it.
I just don't like it.
Did he not call her Jesleen and not isn't her name Jasleen? I don't know if that was a fraudulent slip or if that was on purpose. It seems like he called her Jesleen, that kind of nickname people gave on the internet, right? Like Jezzy. I think he called her Jesleen instead of Jasleen, but hey, who cares?
Because it's such a sensitive subject. That's somebody. That's his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They public.
Well, can I say what I want to say? About
Of
the
course.
situation?
This is what
All
Brilliant
I
Idiots
want to
is about.
say is simply this.
Keep your wife off the internet.
motherfucking internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
How do you do that though? Like really, how do you do that? Like honestly, how do you do that? Like, it's already hard enough as it is as a man to tell your wife, girlfriend, whatever, maybe that outfit isn't it. You know, maybe that's a bit too much. If just saying those words, you feel like you're fucking Andrew Tate, right? Having an opinion on what your girl's wearing, you already feel like Andrew Tate. So imagine being able to come at your wife and tell her that maybe she should stop trying to be an influencer on social media. God bless any man out there that tries to broach that topic, that tries to tell their wife or girlfriend not to have a public facing Instagram, you know, not to talk about, like, God bless you, because I couldn't do it. I don't think I'd have the courage. I would just rather just approach or go to women who kind of don't want to do that sort of thing, as opposed to get with somebody who's into that sort of thing and then trying to convince them not to do it because it's embarrassing me. That's just gonna be too hard.
Bro,
Yes.
okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you going to fuck around and ruin us.
But that's the thing. I don't think Jesleen wants to do anything else. Like, it's fairly obvious that Jesleen, for whatever reason, because it's really strange, because she has a very solid CV and work experience, right? Her fucking LinkedIn got leaked, and she did some really cool kind of like proper good jobs at, working fucking Goldman Sachs and all these fucking other big investment firms and shit, right? And banks and whatever. So at one point she was working, like, I'd assume maybe more than 50 hours a week, right? Solid 9 to 5. But it seems like in this stage of her life, she doesn't want to work. She doesn't want to do anything. So that's the problem. She doesn't want to do anything. So the one thing that she does do, the podcast, it's going to be hard to convince her to stop doing it. You know, it's even if you have the money to be like, hey, I can invest in your business. She doesn't want to run a business. She just wants to yap on a microphone. And I think partly the reason why she wants to yap on a microphone is because of how much money Flagrant makes. It's because of how much money fucking Akash makes doing comedy on stage. She probably knows the figures behind the scenes. She knows the real figures. She's like, hold on, these motherfuckers ain't talking about nothing. And they get like 40 grand a month from Patreon, whatever else they get on AdSense, whatever else they get on ads. So in a way, this is a bit of a reach, but in a way, the reason why Jesslyn Singh exists might be because of comedy podcasts. Comedy podcasts empowered Jesslyn to think, you know what? If these idiots and hacks can do it, so can I.
All right, not just you.
But go watch the episode.
Yes.
We had a great talk with Akash and Jesslyn, and it was awesome.
Big up Asad Aziz. Easy solution, AZ. You catch a DV charge and spend the night in jail, but come home to dinner and some quiet. Big up young Asad Aziz.
And it was very funny.
Because I don't want to have to explain, because that's my wife. I'm going to always have my wife's back.
Yes,
You
as
know
you
what I'm
should.
saying? But guess what?
And so much of this shit was bullshit. And then there are things
Tell
that
me
she
what was
said.
bullshit.
She was a virgin. She was never a whore.
So that video of her talking about sleeping with a bunch of men was not real?
She never said she slept with it. She said I was popping my pussy at frat parties, and she's a sheltered Indian girl who thought that meant dancing. And then the rest of us were like, what the fuck did you really mean by that? So we had that conversation. But like her being a whore completely out of context.
He's a good friend. He's lying through his teeth. He knows that's not true. I'm sure if that was his girl, he'd be pissed. But let's be real. He's a good friend. Yes, they kind of got Akash on the camera and he kind of looked like he wanted to jump off a bridge. But he's still defending his boy. I'm just saying this. I know the bar's on the ground. But just imagine if this was Brendan and this was Bryan going through this. Brendan will be fucking ripping into Bryan on the show. Do you know what I mean? He would show no mercy. He'd be exploiting it, gloating over it, really enjoying Bryan's misery. So I think it's a good thing that Schultz is trying to put a positive spin on things, you know, for his boy. I know it's a low bar, but still.
Like,
But didn't she talk about...
Say it. We discussed everything on the
so
pod.
didn't she talk about sucking cocks?
No.
She never said that? There was never a video about that?
She said the Akash...
The really bad video is obviously the one where she says that guy went down on me. The other bad video is the one where she said she had a Tinder date and she didn't want to fuck, but she let the guy sleep over and the next day her arsehole was hurting. And then I saw another video where she says some guy went down on her or something when she was on her reds. I don't know about you, but I don't think that means you're a virgin.
His balls smell like a homeless person.
Damn. Not Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
They call her chicken curry.
God damn. Why would she say that?
That's a good point. So we had those conversations.
What do you think is with? Do you think Schultz has does Schultz have some sort of Tourette's or something that's somewhat transferable or contagious? Because I've noticed on Flagrant and on Brilliant Idiots, everyone jumps up and down. Charlemagne bounces, he bounces. What's with the bouncing and the stomping and all this shit? And I feel like Schultz is the common denominator. Why is every show he's on, people are always bouncing and doing this? What the fuck is that all about?
Go watch the episode.
My brothers.
Clears up a lot of shit.
My brothers.
And also she just acknowledges like, yo, that was stupid. Like I shouldn't be fucking sharing that. I can see why the audience thought it was this thing. Like there was a lot of
delete it.
stuff.
Delete the podcast.
Delete ours?
No more influencing. No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, we're working on it.
No influencing. I don't want no.
Wow. Interesting revelation there. They're working on it. Do you hear that? They're working on convincing Jesslyn to stop with the podcast. It goes without saying really though, isn't it? If you're not going to cook and clean like she doesn't do, then the least you could do is not fucking embarrass your husband, thus harming or damaging his earning potential, thus affecting your ability to buy Miu Miu and Prada and shit. It's really basic. Like, I don't understand why for her, in terms of self-preservation and to ensure that she lives a soft lifestyle, why she doesn't just shut the fuck up. It really isn't that difficult. No one's telling. I wouldn't even ask her to change her mind. You don't even have to change your opinion. She can still tease him privately and mock him and dodge his kisses, what stuff. But just on the internet, no more. Just no more. It really isn't that deep, really. But I think personally, nowadays anyway, some of you guys will know this, clout is way more addictive and way more desirable than money. So there's a scenario where I could see where she's going to find it very difficult to let go and to kind of turn off that fame, that little bit of virality, that little bit of infamy that she got from social media. Because now she's a household name. Now everyone knows her name for the most part, or knows that she exists. Turning that off, being okay to just sit back into the shadows and be an anonymous person again, it's going to be difficult for her to do. So this might be one of their biggest challenges in their marriage. Akash trying to convince his wife to be like not on social media anymore, to not have a podcast. It's going to be a hard fight.
Oh, if you don't let your wife be influencers, don't let your wife be podcasters, man.
Well, it's not about letting.
Exactly.
No. No. There's certain things we can't do.
Yeah.
Because we know that it's detrimental.
I don't know. I'm just too pussy for this. I'm too pussy. I couldn't do it. I don't think I'd have the ability to tell my wife, you can't have a podcast. I couldn't do it. I might, question it, but I don't think I could say you cannot have it. There can only be one entertainer in the house. I just would make sure before I have a wife, before I propose, whatever, the person who I choose, I just want to make sure that she's not, into that sort of stuff. That would be maybe one of my criteria, in terms of finding somebody. But I don't think if I got with somebody and that was what they were into and I was cool with it, that I could then say to them, hey, don't be a public figure. I don't think I have the balls for it. I don't think I have the courage for it. I don't think I have it. I really don't think I have it. I'm not going to lie. Bit up in the stream chat. I don't think it's genuine from Schultz though. Just a PR plan. The guy screams at employees that don't even work for him. Yeah, I think both things can be true. He's not the greatest guy in the world. I'm not saying that. But I do think he's going out of his way not to be, not to kind of really dance on Akash's head or to make more of it, because they could make more money from it. Let's be real. People have been covering this, myself included. I've seen a bump in views from the little stuff that I've done from Akash. Big content creators have gotten millions of views from this. So if they wanted to, they can make a lot of money from, kind of exploiting Akash's misery. They're not. To the point, to how everyone else is anyway. So I think that should be at least applauded in some respect. But I also think I think I saw a clip the other day, people forget Schultz and Akash's wife weren't on good terms before. I remember I saw a clip that said something like there was a point where Schultz was not about to be invited to the wedding because he didn't get along and always butted heads with Akash's girlfriend at the time, or fiance at the time. So they've had a bit of a tumultuous relationship themselves, So I think he's been cautious of that because he's probably always known that woman's a fucking nightmare. But, when your boy loves somebody, there's no way you can convince him not to. So he's just trying to hold his boy down. So I think both things can be true. He's still a dickhead, but I think he is trying to look out for Akash in some respects.
Our situation.
You should just encourage your wife not to.
No, ain't no encourage. No.
Rules.
We gotta stop that. Yeah, some things. No. Some things when they're detrimental to us. No. Can she encourage you not to cheat?
They do that.
No. She tells you don't fucking cheat.
How well did that work?
Jesus Christ. Amazing shot from Schultz. Amazing shot. Fucking Charlemagne walked into that one, by the way. He walked into that one with his eyes open. Jesus Christ.
Very fucking well. Very well. It made me stop.
Maybe if she was encouraging you a little more, it would work.
Took years to set, right?
You don't think your wife was like, get these microphones away from the radio host. This motherfucker out here destroying our marriage.
But no, that's true. But all of that is true.
You are the Jesseline Singh
yes,
of your own
all
household.
of that is true. I'm in the fucking radio station putting on an act, sniffing seats, wilding the fuck out. Yes, embarrassing myself and embarrassing my fucking wife.
Yo, I'm glad I'm glad we could have this intervention here too. Bro.
It's crazy to think that he was doing all that while married, You forget that, innit? He was doing all that shit while married. Sniffing chairs and shit. Oogling at guests' breasts and stuff. And he had kids and a wife at home. Charlemagne was wilding back in the day. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what we're doing this week.
So, yes.
It's Christmas spirit.
So I'm saying all of that to say, women, learn from my mistakes. Stay the fuck off these podcast. Don't be on these motherfucking podcasts. Don't be an influencer, okay?
I know she wouldn't do it, but suppose your wife said to you, listen, me and my friends, we have these great conversations together.
Black Effect. I want to be on Black Effect.
Black Effect.
I want to write a book.
I want you to champion black female voices. Put me on Black Effect.
A book I wouldn't mind. If it's a book about
because you can
edit it, yeah.
Honestly, man, you guys in the stream chat, could you do that? If you had a podcast network and then your wife was like, hey, I want to start my own pod, would you say no? Could you do that? I don't think I could do that. I don't think I had the balls to do that. I don't think I'd have the balls to do that. I swear to God. I would like cower. I would agree. I would acquiesce straight away. I don't think I could do that. I really don't think I'd have the courage to do that. I swear to God. I would obviously secretly not like it, but I couldn't do it, I don't think. I swear I couldn't do it. Big up Gabriel. No. Okay, cool, but I wish I had those balls, man. I wish, because that would get me. That would get me straight away.
Hold on, we taking that part. You're not gonna just call me a regular eater.
I know why I like books. You know, I want to be a worldwide eater. You know, you put WW. All right, but no, see that's different because books are well thought out. You know what I'm saying? You're actually sitting down. You're fleshing out ideas. You have a concept. You have a topic. You have an agenda that you're actually pushing through this book.
Big up on 10 toes. I'd just be a passive aggressive about it. Yeah, that might work. But then again, you're having arguments. Do you really want that? Do you really want to end up in a relationship where you're just bickering and arguing over something, but the reason why you're arguing isn't because of what you're arguing about, it's because of the bigger elephant in the room, which is the podcast. I wouldn't want to do that personally. Big up Young Old Vibes.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Holy Grays. Big up Holy Grails. Holy Grails, appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. Big up Holy Grails, appreciate you for becoming a member. Thank you for becoming a member. We're actually trying to hit 500 members by the end.
Powerful bunch.
Thingy, and we got big up Mr. Mace, another one. Appreciate you too. Back to back. Fucking brilliant. Big up Mr. Mace. Big up Mr. Mace. Big up Holy Grails. Let me put you on here. Appreciate both of you. Appreciate both of you. What is 128 plus 2? That's 30, right? I think my maths is so bad, but I think 128 plus 2 is 130. So big up everybody for joining. Appreciate you. We've got a 500 goal target. Let's fucking go. Oh God Almighty, man. Big up Young God Vibes. I wouldn't want a podcast. Female podcasters get criticized too much. Good point, to be fair. Good point. But they also make a lot of money. Young God Vibes. Female podcasters also make a lot more money. They make a lot of money. Like, women love talking about relationships and astrology and sex and career stuff. Like, there's no end to it. Women love to talk about that shit. So there's a lot of earning potential, you know? That's the thing. You're missing out on a lot of earning potential if you didn't, you know? But I get what you mean. Big up on 10 toes. If your wife has a millennial humor, I think it would be too cringy to stand true. Big up Coiler. I tell my cousin we don't need another podcast. Jesus Christ, Coiler. Jesus Christ, Coiler. Jesus Christ. I tell my cousin we don't need another podcast in the family. Like, Jesus Christ. Yo, big up Uche. Big up Uche in the stream chat. Wagwan Queen.
Like, a book can actually help somebody, especially if you're sharing your real life experiences. You know what I mean? But just getting on a podcast, trying to make jokes, and I'm the comedian?
Yes.
It's crazy. No. Crazy. Yeah. You sure made him laugh.
Crazy.
You made him laugh the last few weeks. You gave the internet hella content.
A lot of it.
No, man. No.
What was your favorite name?
Jada Pinkett Singh.
Jada Pinkett Singh. That is phenomenal. Whoever came up with that shit, this is just...
Jada
Pinkett Singh
was fucking hilarious.
They said her podcast is called Red Dot Table Talk.
That's crazy.
Red Dot Table Talk is fucking hilarious. By the way, man, there's another thing before we go to commercial, man. Man, these racist jokes be so good.
They are.
When they be rooted in racist stereotypes. Like, come on, man. You gotta laugh at some of this shit.
We asked her, was like, was any of this shit funny? She was like, nah, Red Dot Table Talk was hilarious.
Jada Pinkett Singh, the host of Red Dot Table Talk.
That's fantastic.
Man, get that man a fucking raise, yo.
Yeah.
Get a drummer some, Alex. Seriously, that shit was great. There was another one. What was the other one?
So Akash 22 made me laugh.
Oh, Adam 22. Adam 22 sent me a picture of.
I think they said Kakash 22. There's a Akash 22 and a Kakash 22. That's really good.
Akash's face put on to Adam. I gotta get this, but yeah, they were cooking, bro.
Somebody
sent
another one. They was like, just because you look like what's the dude from The Simpsons?
Apu.
Just because you look like Apu,
yeah.
Don't be a simp, son.
There was a song. No. There was a song.
Big up Crack Amico, big up Crack Amico, big up Crack Amico.
Song that was done, and then somebody said like that we took down the song, which is absolutely bullshit. We've never done that ever. But like, and one of the bars was,
God, look at this shit.
One of the bars was, just because you want to be Apu doesn't mean you have to be a simp, son.
Damn,
that's a bar.
Damn.
I think the guy's name is Crack Amico.
Yeah, Crack
Amico.
Oh, yeah, he makes a bunch of.
Yeah, he does a lot of like roasty rap songs in the.
Do we want to?
No, I don't know if we're going to play. Sorry, Craig. We don't think we're going to play the whole thing right here. Don't want to watch it so bad, though.
Nah, don't. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's hard for me to watch people I know go through this kind of shit, yo.
Yeah,
even though I know it comes with the territory. Yeah. It's just
this was the whole internet, and it was fucking them. And it's your marriage.
I mean, I get it comes with the territory. I get it. I don't like to see it.
I think a lot of the reason why people were really laying into Akash was just because of how they are on Flagrant, right? They go in on people, they overly analyze people's relationships because it happens in the media and shit. And to be fair as well, Akash was talking a lot with his chest about other people and their relationships. So when his got exposed, some people who don't like him took some pleasure out of, giving him some of the stuff that he put out there about other people. I think that's the main thing. I think if Akash wasn't as forthright with his opinions on other people's relationships, I don't think people would care that much about him getting cucked and shit. No one would really care, to be fair. But because of, what he said and that whole back and forth he had with Fresh and Fit, some people, especially some of the Fresh and Fit fans, some of the red pillars out there, they took a lot of pleasure out of seeing him squirm.
It's horrible.
Especially when, I can't get no jokes in. You know what I mean? Like, at least,
Yo, this motherfucker, bro. Yo, you are evil.
So everybody gonna have fun with us.
Everybody can have fun with us.
Gonna have fun with us. That's what's gonna happen. I see how it is. Yeah.
I'm texting y'all like, yo, Akash good, yo. Akash good, yo.
I had a lot of people reach out.
Yes.
That's how I knew it was getting fucked up when like people that are not connected to this at all were messaging me, yo, is Akash okay?
Bruh. This is the first Thanksgiving I had that didn't end in an argument because 3 hours was just talking about that whole situation.
Really? Yeah. Because it's just like the situation got its own like reality. And then once it takes its own reality.
You know how when you realize it's dumb?
Races.
You realize it's dumb when you're sitting around trying to explain it to somebody else. Because we even at the panel today, you got all of these distinguished journalists.
Oh, yeah.
Who just know they've been hearing something. So they're like,
these are the most refined journalists in America all sitting around. And I'm just like, all right, so here's what actually happened. And we just, the editor of the New Yorker.
Wait, that came up at the panel?
Before the panel.
Damn.
And I'm listening to this show talk, so I'm like, oh, so wait, she wasn't talking about sleeping with other guys?
Exactly.
And Andrew was like, no, she just is saying she popped that pussy. And Stephanie goes, pop that pussy? Stephanie goes, I don't think, pop that pussy. Like, I don't think that's something I should say.
It's like, you see why things start to like get their own reality because the shit happens with us every single fucking week, right? So, but it is, you do really feel for somebody when it's their wife. I know they put their relationship out there and that's fucking dumb. Don't do that.
And I respect that he addressed it. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're always going to address it.
I don't give a fuck. Stephen A.
I don't think the message to take away from this should be don't put your relationship out there. Just be more private. I think the message to take away from this should be for both sexes. Maybe date longer. maybe date more frequently, maybe ask questions, maybe talk to the person that you're interested in and ask them some very straight up questions. Get to know them a bit better, understand how their brain works and shit, and then come to your conclusion whether or not you want to progress it and evolve. You know, it shouldn't be, oh, just keep your relationship off the internet. So what, you want to get cucked in private? You know what I mean? The best thing that could have happened for his relationship anyway was for everything to be exposed in public. And the best thing other people watching was for it to see it all play out in real time. Because there are some people out there that probably recognize, oh shit, I'm in the same relationship as this guy. Oh shit, I had a situation like that before with this girl, with this guy. I think it's good that it happened like this in the public, but I don't think the lesson should be, oh, just keep your thing private. No. Let's maybe consider and take time with the people that we decide to fucking put a ring on, the people we decide to share our lives together with, you know, not run so quickly into these things blindly. And also, it made me really doubt the whole virginity thing. I'm not gonna lie. Because I think a part of it, especially from a cautious thing, is the fact that he didn't get anything. And then when he stumbled across Jesseline, she must have looked like the hottest girl ever to him because he's never really had that much experience with women. I think for guys especially, maybe for women it's different because women, I think it's maybe important to, you know, keep yourself somewhat, you know, I guess sacred. I don't know, whatever that word is, right? But I think for guys, it's probably important that you get into a couple relationships before you get married, you know? So you can kind of understand yourself, the things that you like and don't like. I think if you just come into this stuff like virgin wise, like that, like I wonder the amount of marriages that exist out there where the guy's a virgin and the woman has the guy wrapped around his finger. It must be kind of high. When
I was on a panel with Stephen A. Smith this week, man, it was funny because Stephen A. Smith said, you know, he's on every day. He's on every day for First Take. He's on his podcast every day, but he doesn't address, you know, everything that people say about him. And I'm like, bullshit.
Man, Stephen,
right?
come on.
But here's the point. He was like, I addressed about 2% of what people actually say about me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I only address it when it benefits me.
Yeah, okay.
And it's right, and it's true.
Yeah.
But think about it. Shows if we addressed 100%.
No, we never have a podcast.
If we addressed 100% of what people say about us.
But we all only address 2%.
I barely address that. I'm like Stephen A. I address it when I think it's beneficial for me to address.
Or when it's so big you can't ignore it. Like this is one of those things where it was just so big you can't ignore it. Like us just pretending to have a podcast talking about like, oh, the boats in Venezuela. Like we all really want to know.
It depends. Because for me, it's like if I've already addressed it the way I want to address it.
Let me ask you a question. What was a more precise targeted strike? The boats in Venezuela? Or
what? I don't want to say it. I wouldn't say it, but I was not going to say it.
Or what?
You going to say Akasha's wife's that?
God damn.
I would like, it's never going to happen, right? But I would like we as a society, or this is kind of gay to say, as the fucking wider content creator world, I would like for us to get to a point where if something is happening if something is happening on the timeline, just don't address it. I don't know, just try that. Try not addressing it. Because every time you record a show, people are going to be locked in anyway, hoping you address it. But if you just ignore it and just continue doing your show, your fans who actually like what you do will be super happy about it because you won't take up an hour of your show talking about whatever drama is going on the timeline or whatever cancelling thing is happening. I would like to see one person try doing that. No one does it though. Everyone kind of breaks and cracks and wants to, because I'm a big believer in never explaining yourself, right? I've told you guys before, you guys know how I move. I'm not really big on explaining. Like I hate it. Maybe it's because I grew up in a house where I was, you always had to ask permission for everything. Like I in my grown up age, where I pay rent and shit and I look after myself, I'm not gonna fucking explain myself to anybody. Just refuse. Which obviously doesn't make me a good mate. Sometimes I think, could give you some issues with the ladies and shit. But I'm just not a big fan of explaining yourself. I would love for somebody, a prominent person, a prominent podcaster, a prominent streamer, a prominent content creator, one day, one point, when they're getting cancelled, when they're getting fucking run through the ringer on social, to just not address it. Record a show like usual, record a stream like usual, and just don't address it. That would be
Powerful
so refreshing.
Bunch.
Yo, big up Mr. Studio Girl. Appreciate you. Big up Mr. Studio Girl. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. That'd be so refreshing to see. That'd be so refreshing to see. Honestly, I would love to see it, but people are too tempted to explain themselves and correct the wrongs and make sure they get their narrative out there, their point of view out there, blah 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 blah. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Big up Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz. I think they, you know, did a cool little funny bit about the whole thing, nice and lighthearted, nothing too serious. And yeah, that's about it. But interesting revelations. Schultz, he kind of, you know, accidentally slipped that they are trying to work on convincing Jesseline to stop recording her podcast, which I think is a good thing to do, because her recording the show is not only harming Akash, it's also harming Flagrant, right? They don't want that, like, because that's probably their major breadwinner. So they're trying to convince her to stop that, and that's really about it, I think, revelation wise. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Big up, who's this? Big up Coiler. You got to explain yourself to the doorman. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly. Big up Coiler. Exactly. That's the one person I got to explain myself on the daily to. The fucking doorman. All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's do Schaub Show, actually. Let's do Schaub Show. New episode of Schaub Show just dropped. Let's do Schaub Show. What's happening with Schaub Show? Bada bing, bada boom. Cool, let's go.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yes, sir. What's poppin', fam? How is everybody? It is Monday, December 8th.
Look at the outfit. Man went hunting one time. And look at him now. Dressed like a duck hunter. He's dressed like a fucking duck hunter. Oh, it's so shameless. He's so fucking shameless, isn't it?
At 9:26 a.m. on this glorious, crispy ass Austin morning. It's cold out here. Didn't sign up for this, but whatever. How we doing, guys? Everyone good? Great, grand, wonderful. Had a nice little weekend. There's nothing better than when my son has a travel ball tournament in the day. And he
big up Asad Aziz.
A proper Elmer dead.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Big up Asad Aziz.
plays well. And then I have a big UFC pay-per-view at night. That is pure heaven for your boy. That is the perfect Saturday for your boy. There's nothing better. T played on like a hybrid team, majors and AAA. It was like a hybrid of them. It was just for this Grinch tournament. It's the last tournament of the year. The parents have to want to do it, so the parents cover it, not the organization we're in. So it's fun, man. The kids got to wear Grinch socks, and some teams even had Grinch jerseys, which is lit. Which hopefully we have them next year.
Shit, is his nose? What happened to his nose? Did he break his nose again recently? Am I bugging out, or does his nose look a lot more crooked or wonky today, or is it the shadow? What are you guys saying in the stream chat? Am I bugging, or does his nose look more crooked today? What the fuck happened there? Did he get hit with a baseball or something? Did he finally go and roll? Did he wake up like that? Like, what the fuck? Isn't it a little bit like bent? Huh.
T pitched. He gave up one hit, and it was an error on the first baseman. Should have been a no-hitter. Gave up one hit. Should have been 0. He pitched 3 innings, struck out 6, gave up 1 hit, but it was an error. So in my book, that's a no-hitter. But the kid's cooking, man. There's nothing better. When he does well, the team does well, and you have a UFC at night, buddy, that is heaven for a dad. There's nothing better. And your boy is fresh off the plane from a little get-together in Franklin, Tennessee. Ever heard of it, Chin?
Nope.
Me neither. Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, he's gonna explain the Tucker Carlson party, right, that he went to. I'm pretty sure he wasn't invited. I'm pretty sure he wasn't even a +1. He just tagged along. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what he says. That's kind of embarrassing, to be fair, because I think he left the podcast, isn't it? Mid-pod. I think he left the podcast, the last one he recorded. He left that podcast early to fly to Tennessee for Tucker Carlson's Christmas party. But let's hear how he describes it.
Was where Tucker Carlson had his annual Christmas party. I've been invited probably twice. You guys.
Absolute cap. Absolute cap. If he was invited twice prior to fucking Tucker Carlson's Christmas party, we would have heard about it. He would have mentioned it. There's no way he wouldn't have not have mentioned that he was invited but couldn't go. I call cap on that. Press X for doubt. Press X for doubt. Don't believe that in the slightest. If he was invited prior, he would have said something. He definitely would have said something.
You guys know me well enough by now. I don't go anywhere really these days. I don't go anywhere these days.
But when it's a chance to clout chase, you're there.
This one I couldn't turn down. My
Clout
boys
chasing.
were there. Dave from Diesel Brothers.
Everyone goes there though. If this is every year, I'm assuming those guys go there every year because Brendan's only recently moved to Texas now. That's why he's kind of trying to tag along and go there and be, seen. But he's basically clout chasing.
So they were going, and I was a little, I'm close with them. So I was like, all right, if they're going, at least I know someone is a cowboy themed party, even though Theo in that picture was just like, I wear what I want. That's Theo, but it was a cowboy themed party. People are like, oh, you moved to Texas, now you're always wearing a cowboy hat? Nah, bitch. Nah, dumbass.
Well, you are though. You're wearing a woman's cowboy hat, and trying to fucking pretend cosplay that you're the thingy. I love how the comments are getting to him, by the way. I love how the comments are getting to him, but it's funny because he's just cringe, isn't it? He's just cringe. He's just a bit of a loser, really. So he really can't help it. Even though people are teasing him and taking a piss out of him for the hunting thing, taking a piss out of him for wearing the cowboy hats now, and all of a sudden wearing so much fucking Texas state merch and all that nonsense, he can't stop himself, He physically can't stop himself from doing it because in his DNA, he's a cringe lord, He is cringe to his DNA, down to his fucking DNA. He is a cringe, really, whatever person. He just can't help it. It is what it is. But I like that the comments are getting to him.
It's a cowboy themed party. I had about an hour and a half to get ready for this thing to figure it out. I got literally on a day's notice. Not even that, hour's notice.
So you wasn't invited then? I refuse. How can you get invited to something and you get an hour's notice? How are you invited to something but you only got an hour's notice? That doesn't make sense, does it? That doesn't make any sense. You're invited but you got an hour's notice. I
had 2 hours to make the plane that they sent me. And cowboy themed
plane that they sent me. You're trying to tell me that Tucker Carlson paid for everybody's planes? You're trying to tell me that Tucker Carlson paid for Brendan's plane flight to go to the fucking... Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. If that's true, that fucking Tucker's got way more money than I thought he had. But also, I don't believe it. I just don't believe that Brendan's important enough of a guest that he'd want him to fly in there. Or that he'd fly him out there. I don't believe that. Brendan booked his own flight. Brendan tagged along to go there because he found out Thea was going, all his other friends were going. That's why he went. He's completely lying, I think.
Party. Your boy's from Denver. I'm a city boy, so I'm a city slicker. So I called my wife.
Yeah, big up Quilla. Exactly. Touch mouth equals lying. Exactly.
Like, it's a cowboy themed party. See what I got in there. That is her cowboy hat.
Of course,
that's my wife's cowboy hat.
Wow.
She had me wearing a bolo tie. I have nice boots. They're YSL boots, but they look like cowboy boots, so those work. You would have fit right in this party, Chin, with your cowboy attire.
Powerful bunch.
But my wifey had...
Yo, big up.
He was wearing that lady's cowboy hat in some Oscar de la Hoya stockings by the end of that party.
Exactly. Ladies' cowboy hat is fucking hilarious. By the way, don't you find that funny though? For all the fucking Texas LARPing he does, right? For all the cowboy LARPing he doesn't have his own cowboy hat. Don't you find that interesting? By the way, what happened to that hat? What happened to that cowboy hat he was given allegedly by a neighbor? But he lied, obviously. He said, remember when he first moved to Texas, he said some neighbor guy or some person on the street came up to him and said, hey, I heard you're moving to Austin, so I made you a hat. Which is obviously a lie. He just bought it himself, but he wanted to act like a big shot, like he's got fans all over the world. What happened to that hat? Did he lose that hat? Did he bin that hat? What happened to that hat that he said was given to him, but that he bought for himself?
me with a bolo tie, and I'm sitting on the plane, and I'm like, I look ridiculous. So I took the
Exactly, FX Putter. That's the one with name on it. Exactly.
bolo tie off, and it worked. And I was getting anxiety because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be the freaking weirdo here. These people are so famous. What am I gonna do? I don't know anybody. And then I walk in, and it's like, if I go to heaven, it's probably gonna look like this because all my friends were there.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. I just vomited in my mouth. I just vomited a little bit in my mouth. If I go to heaven, your vision, Brendan's vision of heaven is a Tucker Carlson Christmas party. Brendan's vision of heaven is a Tucker Carlson Christmas party. Jesus Christ, man. Like, Lord have mercy. I'm just happy my brain is not wired this way, man. I'm so happy my brain is not wired this way. Like, I'd rather just do the work. I'd rather just do the work, graft, and then be known that way. Then be this clout whore, fame whore, just sucker up a person. Like, this is a disgusting way for a man to live. He walked in, he saw these famous people, and they knew who I was, and it made me feel happy. Like, yuck.
Theo was there. As soon as I walked in, me and Theo just freaking hugged like it was Jenny and Forrest Gump. We just shut down the whole party, me and him. I spent all night with Theo. It was just me and him just clowning people. He's so stupid. Some of the shit he was saying.
Did you spend the whole night with Theo, or were you tagging along and following Theo around like a little lost puppy? You know, Brendan does look like the kind of person that could work a room. Brendan's not the kind of person that works a room. He's gonna follow you all around the entirety of that room. I bet you Brendan didn't just say hi and walk around and start introducing himself to people. He definitely just stood by Theo the whole entire time.
Dude, him and Candace Owens, they're basically neighbors. So he's Uncle Theo's a lot of kids' uncles. That's Uncle Theo. So my kids call him Uncle Theo. Mm-hmm. Candace Owens, kids call him Uncle Theo. Theo's the best uncle. He's he's so much fun.
You haven't seen him in like 4 years. Your kids call him. Are you sure your kids remember who he is? I swear his kids hasn't what? Like, what? Again, clout chasing. Like, God almighty.
He's so silly. My kids
uncle chasing
love Theo, right? Rogan's daughters love Theo. He's Uncle Theo to so many people, dude. And me, him, and Candace were just shooting the shit, just talking shit, dude. And we started talking about Cash Patel, and I go, I just don't trust a guy with his eyes. And Theo goes, yeah, Cash Patel, FBI. And dude, we were it was so stupid. He's so stupid. This is what's great about Theo. He's the same guy, whether it's Donald Trump, Candace Owens, or just some regular dude at 7-Eleven. He's just ripping these fucking jokes.
When has Brendan ever been in the 7-Eleven? And when has Brendan ever been in the 7-Eleven with fucking Theo? Not to be pedantic, not to be whatever nitpicky, but please tell me.
Some of the stuff I want to tell you guys I can't say. I'll tell you off air, Jen. And Callen too. I'm sure we'll get to on Fire Kid. Buddy, I was fucking rolling, man. And then you'll love this, Jen. So me and Theo are chatting, catching up, right? And then Jelly Roll walks in.
Hell yeah.
And the whole party, Jelly Roll's bigger than God right now.
Yep.
Jelly Roll walks in, and it's the who's who. I'm by far.
The other day he was insulting fucking Jelly Roll, right? He made a little sly joke about Jelly Roll still being fat and he's a bit of a cunt. Jelly Roll was actual good friend to him at one point, right? Jelly Roll was one of the only people that actually went on their show recently, actually, when they were in that fucking garage, weirdly enough. But he still throws the little snide digs at Jelly Roll being fat. But look at Jelly Roll. He actually worked out. I think he did Ozempic for some of it, but he's actually running and shit. He's actually in the gym. He's actually trying to get right. So it's funny. Like, Jelly Roll probably works out more than Brendan, which is fucking hilarious.
Are the biggest piece of shit there. I'm nobody, right? Jelly Roll walks in, and the whole party flocks to him. And me and Jelly haven't seen each other. He doesn't have a cell phone, so there's no communication between him. Me and Jelly, people don't realize how far back Jelly and I go. I was with Jelly before he was famous. All this shit.
He loves you. I know.
Yeah, me and Jelly love the fuck of each other. We've both done a lot for each other.
So why did you insult him and say that he hasn't? Is he going to lose weight? If they're meant to be this close, why does he always throw little slide jabs at him? I don't really understand that, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
So Jelly's like talking Tucker and all these people, and I'm talking to Theo, and in the middle of like this whole dance floor, all this chaos, he goes in front of him, motherfucking Brendan Schaub. And dude, again, Jenny and fucking Forrest Gump, boom, and he's so skinny right now.
I know, dude.
I'm like, what the fuck you doing, dude? I said, you can get skinny. You can get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get skinny on me, dude. Don't do this. So it's me, Theo, and Jelly for most.
I wish somebody would have said that to him when he was hardcore first on Ozempic. I wish somebody would have said that to him.
The night, Candace Owens.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude, I had such a good time. And then it's because you know how it is when you have your new. It's you know what it is. It's like when you go to college, right? And you make your new friends, and then your high school friends who you're close with come to the same party, and you're like trying.
He's so giddy. You see how lacking in like friends he has, because his whole life revolves around trying to get his kid into baseball and being this like weird shutting guy who's only obsessed with his cars. Look at how giddy he is that he's around regular people. He's hanging around people. He obviously went into clout chase, but look at how happy he is to be around famous people, to be around people in general. You know, he's literally glowing essentially. His cheeks haven't stopped fucking being inflamed. He's proper happy. Maybe he should try and get some friends. Maybe he should try and mend some of the relationships that he fucking fucked up by being a bit of a douche during comedy. Maybe he should try and get back into people's good books and stuff. You see, look at how genuinely happy he is. It's fucking hilarious.
To manage both groups because Theo, Jelly, Brigham, right? Those are my boys here. Those are my guys forever. And then both Daves, the Diesel brothers, Whistling Diesel, Hans, like those.
Of course, Brendan is friends with that Whistling Diesel dork. Of course, Brendan is friends with that Whistling Diesel dork.
Those are my guys too. So I was like trying to balance that dynamic. It was just so damn fun. I told Theo, I said, you made my night, brother. It was just like old times and just clowning people.
Okay, relax, man. Fucking hell, he's sucking him off, innit? I told Theo, you made my night. Ew. Relax, ew.
I won't say who the celebrity is. You'll love him, Chin. But he, yeah. So that's, so Cletus is awesome. So that's Dave Sparks, right? Dave Sparks. So there's so the Diesel brothers, both Dave. That's where. So there's Diesel Dave, which is a guy who looks like he works in a mine with a carbon fiber cowboy hat on, and Whistling Diesel makes that carbon fiber cowboy hat. I want one so bad, I got to order one. So Whistling Diesel's wearing the matte carbon fiber hat, and that thing's so dope. And then Diesel's wearing the shiny one. So there's two Daves. It's Dave Sparks and then Diesel Dave. Those are the Diesel brothers.
There's so many unnecessary information here. We don't give a fuck. No one cares, bro. But he's obviously trying to clout chase and show off all these cool, famous friends, you know? But it's like, brother, like, just hey, here's who I was hanging out with. That was the crew. Really fun guy. Okay, that guy there had a really fun... Just keep it moving. But he's being extra detailed about this because he's really proud of himself for having some, like, influencer friends and stuff, you know? By the way, that's Dave. That's Whistling Diesel Dave. David Dave. That's Kippy Tech Dave. It's like, brother. Relax. Calm.
Others. And then Cletus McFarlane. I'm a fan. I haven't seen a bunch of Whistling Diesel stuff, but we're boys, right? And then...
How can you be boys with somebody you don't see there? So you don't know nothing about him? Or you, honestly, this language they use, that's my boy. He's sick. He's amazing. He's a killer. You don't even know the guy. So you met him the first time at a party. That's my boy. Is it your boy though? Or did you just meet him at a party? Just say, why not just say, I met Whistling Diesel. He seems like a really good, cool guy. I'm going to check out some of his stuff. I haven't watched any of his content, but that's my boy. You just met him the first time. That's my boy. Okay. That's my best friend. Okay.
Cletus, I love Cletus. Never met him, but I love his content, love everything he does, what he represents.
Never met him. We got a never met him. Been a long time since we had that one. Great guy, never met him.
I love Cletus. Never met him, but I love his content. Love everything he does, what he represents.
Never met him, but I love his content. Great, great guy. Never met him, but I love his content. What? One more time.
Seen a bunch of Whistling Diesel stuff, but we're boys, right? And then Cletus, I love Cletus. Never met him, but I love his content. Love everything he does, what he represents. Cletus is exactly who you think he is. He's such a good person. Just a he was so, you can tell he's just this country boy, gearhead. When he saw Candace Owens, he saw Tucker. He was like, oh man, do you think you could introduce me to Theo? I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, you're such a big deal. Yeah, Theo would be fucking stoked to meet you, man. And then he saw Jelly, like, no way, I got to get a picture of Jelly. I'm like, oh, dude, you're so innocent. This is so dope, dude. Because in the truck gearhead world, those boys right there, I have no business being in that picture. Those 4 gentlemen right there are the Mount Rushmore right now of all.
So, in a way, isn't he just sucking himself off here? You don't understand how famous those guys are, and he's in the picture. Isn't this just a way to kind of like suck his own dick, to pat himself on the back? So essentially, these aren't really your friends, are they? They're your friends because they have a lot of followers. They're your friends because they're really well known within the truck community, the trucking pickup truck community. What a fake guy, isn't it? What a fake guy. It's like he's getting really giddy, not because these guys are actually people that he thinks he can develop a friendship with.
Give a gun.
Big up, San Aziz.
Last night was a movie. What a dork.
Exactly. You can't be saying last night was a movie when you're 45. You just can't. Exactly. Like, he's not even saying stuff like, oh, I met these guys and honestly they're really good guys. Yes, they make great content, but as humans they're really good dudes. This one dude was on his phone to his kids the whole entire time. He's not even doing all that. He's just saying, you don't know how famous these guys are and I'm in the picture. He's a real clout chaser, isn't it? I didn't notice. Not gonna lie, I didn't notice that about Brendan until today. I didn't notice how like clout chasery he actually is. Legit. I never noticed until today just how fame obsessed and hungry he is. God damn, guy.
All that shit. They're the biggest.
At least pretend that you want to be their friends. Like, fuck.
In the land. And they're all such good fucking people, man. And then I stayed the night at Whistling Diesel's house. I didn't get a hotel.
Of course you did.
I stayed the night at Whistling Diesel's house.
Of course you did.
And God, you want to talk about just a beast, man. Just a grinder, man. That dude is super talented. All those boys are. What did Heavy Spark say? He said Tucker wanted horsepower, ended up settling for a TJ Maxx Pearl Snap shirt. An unintentional blackface. Because his boy, Diesel Dave, he was like working on.
Oh, my friends are so funny. I just met him the other day. Oh, he's so funny. Jesus Christ. This is like, you know, your first day at school and you start to describe to your mum, your friends. And you're a bit you know what I mean? Like, it's your first day at school and you come back more, you start looking at you like, what the fuck? Shut up, man. Go wash your hands. Go get ready for dinner, you know? What the he's so fake, isn't it? He's so fucking fake, man.
You have a gun?
Go big up Addy Z.
Baba Adhira ka.
Exactly. That was him all night, bro. Just wiping his mouth. Just like that. Just constantly wiping his fucking mouth, man. Disgusting. Men should never clout chase. It's always like, that's one thing I noticed when watching Clavicure live streams. Watching Clavicure and that go to the club and seeing Clavicure get mobbed by more guys than girls. It's gross when guys are being groupies. When guys are clout chasing, it's so gross, man. We should never do that. Leave it to the women. Leave it to the girls. Leave it to the gays. Men can't do this. It's so unbecoming for a man to be like, you know what I mean? Like, just, ugh, yuck.
cars and came straight to the
Oh,
party.
so it was-
So he had shit all over his face. And we get to Whistling Diesel's house the end of the night, takes his hat off because it was like a shade, you know? And Dave goes, dude, get fucking shit all over your face. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, wipe your face off it. So that's why he goes, unintentional blackface and your wife's hat. Yeah, that was my wife's hat. Oh, what's Whistling Diesel say here? Everyone in here has a name related to internal combustion to some extent. That's fucking great. Yeah, you know, it's tough to get me to go things. I'm like the grumpy old dude who doesn't do shit.
You don't do shit because you have no friends. I hate this lie, this narrative he sells himself, this tale that he's a homebody. You're a homebody because you don't do stand-up anymore, and you're a homebody because you have no friends. Because you burn a lot of bridges and you piss people off. Not because you like this guy that removes, like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I also think another reason, he clearly has some sort of anxiety, something. Not too sure if the anxiety is because of the stand-up and because of the hate he gets on the Reddit and shit, but he's definitely got anxiety of like being in groups or being around crowded people, crowded spaces, like in case some hater, some homeless cat is gonna fucking snipe him like fucking Charlie Kirk or something. He's definitely got one of those things going on. But I think in general, he definitely doesn't have any friends because he's a douchebag. And he doesn't do stand-up anymore, so he doesn't go outside. But he's not this decision to be like, oh, you know, this like lion alpha male decision to be on. No, you just don't have people to go out with.
But I had such a good time, man.
That's awesome that you
I
went,
had a
man.
great time. I just hate traveling.
And being away from the kids, I get it.
I hate everything and the kids. I miss Tigers pitching private, but I was back the next day. Didn't miss anything.
That's awesome, though, man.
Oh, it was such a good time, Chin. You would have loved it.
I'm uncomfortable during those places too, but yeah.
I thought I was going to be too. Then
I saw all the people that had all the clout and I was so comfortable. All the clout people made me feel really, really comfortable. All that clout in the room made me settle down. Really, it made me settle down. I'm surprised, by the way, he hasn't said so-and-so was a big fan. This is growth for him. I'm surprised. We've got a lot of like cringy clout chasing stuff, but so far he hasn't said so-and-so was a big fan, you know? So far we haven't got that yet.
I was getting anxiety with that stuff, but there's some MMA guys there. Bryce Mitchell, me and Bryce talked about his kiddo there. Bryce was great.
What is it? Pick up a Saturday. What's it? AZ is clavicular. That's what I said, no? Clavicular. Isn't that what I said? Clavicular. Didn't I say clavicular? Or did I say clavicular? I swear I said clavicular. Okay, cool. Clavicular, not clavicular, not clavicular. Just call him Clav. We'll just call him Clav. Clav. Big up Saturdays.
Bryce was there with his wifey and kiddo. Saw Kobe Covington was there. I'm surprised. Michael Chandler was in there. He's usually, part of that group. It was just a good fucking. You would have loved it because like Big Rich was there. A lot of country artists were there. Big country artists were there. I won't say who it is.
I'd been too starstruck though.
I couldn't. The Diesel brothers laughing so hard because they're like, "Oh, that's." I won't say his name. I go, "Well, he's dressed like a vampire. He was dressed like Dracula, dude." I'm like, "What are you doing?" Bon Jovi was there.
What?
Mm-hmm. Then the usual suspects: Candace Owens.
Was Kid Rock there by chance?
Kid Rock, I did not see. No, he didn't go because I was literally there from. It was like 7:30 to probably 11:30, and then they shut the party down at 11:30. No, I didn't see Kid Rock, which is weird, right? He lives over there.
I would imagine that's his scene, yeah. But
Jelly lives where that place was in Franklin. Jelly lives like 8 minutes from there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Jelly's coming here on Wednesday. We'll see him on Wednesday.
For a show or just hanging out?
He's down to podcast. We just got to figure out what time. But I'll see him at Ways to Wales.
Hell yeah.
Ways
totally
to Wales.
down.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna get a guest. We're gonna get a guest on T5K, a decent one at least. Anyway, Jelly Roll interviews are a little bit lame because he does a lot of that fucking. He's good at it, to be fair. I'm kind of jealous that Jelly Roll does that. He's got an ability to like. It's not really sucking up. I don't know how to describe what Jelly Roll does. But when he's on pods, you know what I mean? He's got an ability to like, maybe it's a camouflage chameleon thing, parrot. I don't know what he does, but you know, he does that well. He does that very, very well. I don't know what the word is. I wouldn't really calling it dick sucking because that's what Brendan does. It's really cringe. He does like, it's maybe a more, not even sophisticated. It's like, he makes you feel like you've been friends forever or something. You know, it's very fake. Don't get me wrong, but it makes it seem like you guys are like long lost pals, or you know, I don't know. I don't have to describe it. He's a weird one. He's a weird one, but that'll be a good one anyway to go to try and to react to. That'll be a good one to react to. Big up Young God vibes. There you go. See, General isn't a decent guest. I hate his whole positive good guy ex cokehead outlook. Okay, yeah. Big up Sazi. He's overly polite to the point of becomes gay. He's complimentary. That's the word. Big up Izanella. That's probably what I'm thinking about. He's very complimentary. He's very good at matching people's energies as well. LMAO. What's that? And Callen the same way. Exactly. What's that? Oh, he's moral He's moral fagging. He's being saccharine. Oh yes, true. Saccharine. Yeah. That's a good word. That's a good word for it. But whatever it is, I can't do it. That's why I admire people that do it. Even though it's not the best trait to fucking admire people for doing, I do admire people for doing it. But yeah. Anyways, let's continue. What else is going to talk about? I don't want to talk about the others. I don't care about his fight picks, to be fair. Cool. Let's just there's I think there's something on the Fight the Kid Reddit that has a good roundup of what he said regarding the fight picks and shit. So let's refresh that, and then we can continue. Yeah. Papa's laugh. What's this?
Me and Theo just freaking hugged like it was Jenny and Forrest Gump. We just shut down the whole party. Me and him. I spent all night with Theo. It was just me and him just clowning people. He's so stupid. Cletus McFarlane. I'm a fan. I haven't seen a bunch of Whistling Diesel stuff, but we're boys, right? And then Cletus. I love Cletus. Never met him, but I love his content. Love everything he does. What he represents. What did Heavy Spark say? He said Tucker wanted horsepower, ended up settling for a TJ Maxx Pearl Snap shirt, an unintentional blackface, because his
new laugh unlocked, a new Brendan Schaub laugh unlocked. Oh yeah, this is good. Papa doubles down on why his fight picks are bad with some C-clamps.
Because you can tell, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It's no different than when I was on the road. If you see a comic on the road, and the day of their show, they're posting about it, that means it's not selling well. That usually means like they need some help, they need some promotion.
I love how he's saying this stuff now that he's out of the game. Now that he's out of the game, he's revealing all of the fucking dirty secrets, all of the lies, right? All of the techniques and shit. But when he was in it, he would always make it seem like every show he did sold out. Close to selling out, just about selling out, close to selling out every fucking show. But now he's not in it. He's trying to show off everybody for doing their little fucking scout. Oh, this guy is too much, man.
No one's more biased than me when it comes to fighters. I'm super biased. Like you'll see, like people are like, oh, your picks are terrible. I agree because I either have a connection to them or I have some connection to them, so I'm gonna be biased.
That is the biggest cop out ever. Because you don't want to face up to the reality that you are a shit picker of fights. Because it's not the fact that he picks fights terribly. It's the fact that he doesn't break down cards or fights well either. Which is also very surprising and odd because he's a former professional UFC fighter. Yes, his career wasn't the greatest, but he at one point was still, top 15 heavyweight. Which is not a huge achievement because heavyweight division usually isn't super stacked, but still he fucking beat Mirko Cro Cop. He had some good wins and shit. He was in there. He was in the field. He was on the field, he wasn't sitting on the sidelines commentating. He was in there. Yet somehow his analysis and his ability to observe, to break down, to critique, to pick fights and shit is so bad. Legit. There are people, maybe casual fans out there. There are casual UFC fans out there, right? Who could probably pick fights better than him. Who could probably break down whole entire fight cards better than he could. And people call it out because, again, he's a former professional fighter. They can't understand how a professional fighter can be so bad at analyzing the game. But it makes sense because he doesn't really watch it. He doesn't really watch it. I personally think he doesn't really watch it. He clearly doesn't do any research either because he thinks he's too good for the research. Doesn't really watch tape. Doesn't really check cards details out before he does the show. He kind of just reads it off of Wikipedia and whatnot. But I think this is a big cop out for being called out because your fight picks are shit, and also a cop out to not try to improve. Oh yeah, the reason why my fight picks are wrong is not because I don't know what I'm talking about. The reason why my fight picks are wrong is because I'm just biased and I always pick my friends. Brother, come on. That is a massive cop out. Come on, bro. You're not addressing the main point, which is why your fight picks are terrible. And they're usually terrible because you're uninformed. And why are you uninformed? Because you don't do the adequate work. And that's the reason why I find this show to be fascinating, because there are so many UFC shows out there. There's probably too many. There's probably too many UFC shows out there. But there's a lot. You can find channels with like 200 views where a guy breaks down the cards super well. Gives you gives you good predictions of fights and shit, like proper well. Where Brendan is meant to be a former fighter, you go in his show and he has no idea the fight. He can't pronounce the fighters' names. He gets details of their fucking record wrong. He's reading fight card listings off of Wikipedia. It's like, come on, brother. Like, you gotta do some work.
I've always stayed that. How long have we been doing the show? 10 years? I'm biased as fuck. So don't listen to my picks. Because I'm not breaking it down and making sure you guys win your bets. I'm doing it off people that I like or know or have a connection to.
He thinks people want him to get his fight picks right so they can win bets. No, they just want you to get the fight picks right. This guy, man. Big up Addy Z. Listen to Addy Z in the stream chat. Like the stream. Listen to Addy Z in the stream chat. Like the stream.
So I always come up with a narrative for them to win and how they can win. That's what I do. The comment, he's going to get fucked up. Because what makes Marab...
By the way, that little thing that he's starting to do now, where he looks up at the sky, it's almost like a Jordan Peterson thing. Remember Jordan Peterson? He's got that thing too, where he's like, he looks up at the ether. I put my opinions together, the words, plucking. It's almost like a word version of synesthesia. He's doing that often a lot now, looking up at the sky to gather his thoughts, looking up at the heavens for the Lord God Almighty to, to fucking pour upon his head. An incredible insight, an incredible hot take. It's like, brother, stop with the performance.
The comment, he's going to get fucked up. Because what makes Marab super special is his cardio and his grappling. His striking is at a...
The C clamp is hilarious, isn't it? I love the little C clamp. The C clamp is fucking hilarious. That C clamp, is so fucking funny. But yeah, I don't know. What an incredible cope, isn't it? I'm not really bad at fight picks. I'm bad at fight picks because I pick all my friends. And also, how many friends do you have in the UFC? Shut up, man. Or the picks are rubbish because every card you know somebody that's fighting. No, you don't. Like, he's lying again. You're not involved. You don't train. You're not a part of any gym. Like, he doesn't roll. He doesn't do anything. He probably can't. I would love to know if maybe he'll tell us when the last time he's actually hit mitts. When's the last time he's actually hit a heavy bag? When's the last time he's actually legitimately rolled with somebody in a cage? He doesn't. So this thing that he says about, oh yeah, I know so many people, so every time someone's fighting, brother, you don't know anybody. Especially not this current crop of people. You don't know them. I refuse to believe that. It's all made up. But hey, what do we know? Let's continue. What else we got here? Predictions from the last. What? Look at this. This is so cool. Predictions from the last post. What will he do next? White boy who works too much. So Papa has been. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. So Papa has been doing his best. This is from a few years ago, right? I think, right? Papa has been doing his best to stay relevant and keep the quality and content coming. My question to y'all is, what will he do next? Maybe take up archery like Daddy Toe. Get balls deep in hunting. Good guess. Or become a baseball coach for the Chombies and somehow sell baseball. Wow. This person guessed it correctly. Become a baseball coach for the Chombies and somehow sell baseball merch. Buy a Tesla and now he's all in on EVs. That's gonna happen, by the way. That will happen at some point. Tried to start his own club for comedy because what else would a failed narcissist comedian do to keep him better? Or maybe he moves to Texas. And gets really into shooting ranges and guns and buys a Harley and stays true to his Sons of Anarchy roots and starts spanking leather vests and thick wear patches on. Wow. What a great guess. What an amazing guess they did, man. Part of it's true. He did move to Texas. He is doing hunting. He didn't start his own comedy club though. But yeah, that was some really good guess. Look at some of the fads he was into. Remember the bike, the fucking. This was a funny fad, by the way, because he got all these gels, right, all these energy things, and then we found out that he was doing these hills and these treks on an e-bike, on an MTB, a mountain bike, but it was a mountain bike e-bike. I don't know. Yeah, imagine doing all those trails and not actually using a regular pedal bike, but still taking gels. Like all of this equipment and shit. It's like, bro, you're on basically a scooter. You don't need all that stuff. And then of course, the Tough Mudder shit was hilarious, by the way. Covering his face in mud on purpose to make it look like, he did more than he actually did. The truck flipping thing was fucking pathetic. Jesus. Honestly, man. A grown-ass man like having this many fucking personality changes is fucking crazy to me. I find it fucking crazy. But yeah, that was fucking brilliant. Big up that person that posted that. Hey Nick, make sure you only show me nice things from the Reddit, or I'll tell Joseph and I'll just hunt you down like Access Deer. It's hilarious. If you want to fight, okay, we saw that already. Huckleberry. We saw the fucking Waste to Wells thing. Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of these clips already, actually. Not a lot. Rather, Reddit is not really popping as it used to be, innit? This is the first page, and when you scroll down, it's already in 3 days. There's not much going on Reddit, it seems like. Cool. Let's move on then. Let's do a few. What do we do? What do we got here in the title? Bear with me a second. Oh yeah, cool. Let's do this. Let's do. Where is it? Let's do. This fake alpha. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh yeah, let's do 5 minutes of shame as well. I forgot. There's a 5 minutes of shame video I want to check out too. So we'll do the Bubba thing in a minute. Let's do 5 minutes of shame. Oh shit, there's Kill Tony too. What's happening, Kill Tony?
My dad's brother was killed by the mob.
Oh my God. Wow. Uh-oh, I fucked up. Yeah. Lollipops. Graveyards, shallow graves, all free today. Okay, but what about you, Paula? Let's talk about you. You look like you've been through about 9 or 10 divorces or something like that. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's hear it, Paula. What you been doing with your life?
I've been on Steve Harvey before.
What were you doing on Steve Harvey's show?
Divorcing Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. She said she was on Steve Harvey. Put it together.
I submitted an Ask Steve.
Okay.
And then they called me and they interviewed me, and then we did that on the show.
Okay.
Okay, muy boring, bro. Jesus Christ, lady. Cool. Let's do 5 minutes of shame, because there's a video that I want to check out with you guys. Let's do 5 minutos of shame. 5 minutes, right? Like that. Minutes of shame. Bear with me a second here, and then we continue. Doom. Let's go. Cool. This is what I wanted to check out. This is that. Yeah, this guy. This is the guy that was with. This is Action Man, right? That was with fucking. He was streaming with what's his fucking name? With Yuri, and he kind of ditched Yuri that one time. I want to see what he's up to. He says, "What nuisance kick streamer quits? He's too scared to stream."
What's up, everybody? Today we have a nuisance streamer who decided to stop streaming because he is too scared to go outside. This guy is called Action Man. Basically what this guy does is that he goes around in public, he harasses women, and then when shit gets too tough, he runs to the police. That is his entire shtick. Honestly, a very pathetic individual. Take a look at these few clips just to familiarize yourself with the douchebag.
I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right.
Wow.
Whoa, what's
What
up,
the
boy?
fuck?
Don't touch my camera.
That's my daughter.
I'm not touching you. Don't touch the camera.
Leave. Hey.
People that do this type of streaming, man, where you just go and bother people. It's just this is just too much, man. Like, people like this is like, they're so lucky they don't get their asses kicked in. They're so lucky they don't get their asses kicked. Like, bothering people like this to this level is just so bad.
Hey, you know what? Wait a minute.
What you gonna do?
Wait a minute.
You trying to assault me on stream game? They had your back so hard to get away.
This
girl just grabbed her. Fuck, she grabbed me. You have 15-year-old woman. Get out of my face. Wait. You fat whore, do something. Bye. Talk to my dad.
I just told them to stop.
Let's start with, I'm Aaron Travis. Let me get my ID with that, sir.
So even though he was harassing
What a
her,
dickhead.
he felt the need to call the police because his feelings were hurt. Now let me show you one more incident where he was harassing, again, more women at the bar, and then the boyfriend came around, and all of a sudden, he wasn't a tough guy anymore.
Oh, yeah, great. I need you to work harder. Yeah, great. Yeah, go yourself. Take a shot and shove it up your ass. All right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm out of here, man. I make more than you make in a month. Yeah, you're not that good looking. That's why you're in a sweater. If you were good looking, you'd show your tits.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
right. My bad. You're right. Let's see if you guys have any tits. No tits. Ugly as shit. Oh, you're right. My bad. They're gonna call the police for being ugly. Hey, maybe you can join Neon Stream too. Hey, bye guys. Flat as a board, easy to nail.
Jesus Christ. Flat as a board. This guy is a psycho.
Walk the plank walk. Yeah, call the police, man. What y'all gonna do, man? What's up, man? Say this.
Leave.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa. You need to leave.
Whoa, that's a boyfriend.
Disrespect my girl at a bar earlier.
What girl?
You disrespect
No.
What girl?
No.
Whoa.
What happened?
Thank God. Thank you, guy. Big up the boyfriend. W boyfriend. Finally, man. God damn it. Finally. W boyfriend.
What girl?
Go home.
All right, I don't know what you're talking about.
You up?
Oh, leave me.
Leave.
Please fuck him
Turn
up.
your shit off.
Please fuck him up. Please fuck him up. Please fuck
Right
him up.
now.
All right, we'll leave. All right,
Please fuck him
Get
up.
out. I didn't do shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
bro.
did.
Please fuck him up.
I'll you up.
Bro, I'm sorry. dude.
Please
I know
fuck him
what
up.
you're
Please
talking
fuck him
I'll
up. Please
you
fuck
up.
him
about.
up.
My bad, B. I'm sorry.
Out of here, dude.
So now that you're caught up on this absolute loser, let's take a look at his most recent stream where he announced that he was quitting doing IRL content because he was too scared to go out.
Hey, by the way, people in the stream chat, did you hear about Vitali? Did you hear about Vitali? Vitali's still in the Philippines. I saw a clip or a picture of him, actually. He was getting baptized in the prison in the Philippines. I guess he's a born-again Christian now. He's still there, you know. They haven't let that guy go. They haven't deported him or anything. He's still locked up in a Filipino prison. Absolutely insane. I saw him getting baptized in prison, like in a little tub. It's fucking crazy.
Pause the music here. I'm going to pause the music here and I'm going to tell you why the Trolls won tonight here. The Trolls won because we were going to do an IRL on 6th Street, but then we didn't do it because we didn't want to pay for 3 security guards to do a stream. And we didn't want to have...
I'm not even from America. I've never been to Texas, but I know that if this guy is as divisive and as annoying as he looks, if he would have went to 6th Street, he would have got his head caved in. People would have been very happy to fucking beat him up. That street already is like, you know, a fucking real life outdoor UFC thing anyway in the first place. Could you imagine him winding people up? People would have been so happy to kick his head in. It's a smart decision not to go.
Have a bunch of losers walk up to us with selfie sticks trying to ruin the stream. So that's why we did Monkey App instead.
Now, two things I want to point out. First of all, that annoying sound in the background, it's him gambling. So he's on an app and he's just gambling as he's talking. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that sound. Now, the second thing I want to say is losers with selfie sticks. Dude, you are describing yourself. That's exactly what you do in your streams. You are a loser with a selfie stick that goes and degrades women. And then when shit gets tough, you run to the cops. So what the hell are you talking about?
I didn't want to hire a bunch of security guards to go to 6th Street because I'm going to get harassed by a bunch of idiots that I don't want to deal with. And then they're going to ruin the stream. And then my stream is going to go to their stream. And then their stream is going to go to my stream. And then we're going to be just arguing about some that we shouldn't be arguing about. Oh my God, that was close. But we're arguing about it because I'm the popular guy. And when I go outside, I don't want to get harassed. Now, I'm not saying I'm Drake or I'm Denzel Washington or I'm Travis Scott or I'm some super popular celebrity. I am not saying that. But here's the thing, though. Here's what I am saying.
When people do that sort of stuff, that's stuff that Brendan does, isn't it? When people do that sort of stuff, like, I'm not saying I'm this, I'm that, but you are saying it, isn't it? You're mentioning their name and mentioning your name so that people will have that connection and you can kind of be set, you know what I mean? People that say that sort of stuff want to be seen as, you know, the person they're trying to indirectly not mention or, you know, whatever.
I'm not going outside to get harassed by a bunch of people that are trying to annoy me.
The hypocrisy here is absolutely off the charts. I wonder if he's even hearing what he's saying right now. He doesn't want to go outside to get harassed by people who just want to annoy him. Dude, that is what you do. That is what a nuisance streamer is. What are you talking about, buddy? It looks like you're able to dish it out, but you can't take it.
And then when I don't respond to the annoyance the way they want me to, then they get upset because I didn't give in to what they were looking for. So the issue is that we can drive to Houston or Dallas, but then that's a 3 or 4 hour drive. Just so I don't get stream sniped. Oh, they ran you out of 6th Street. Yeah, they did. I didn't know I was going to get famous on the internet and be harassed by a bunch of losers. You are right. Congratulations, you guys. They did run me out of 6th Street, and they ran me out because
He kind of looks like he's been embalmed, doesn't it? Why does his face look like that? Doesn't he have a weird face? His face looks like he's been embalmed or something, isn't it? He's got a peculiar, very, very peculiar face.
I don't want to be harassed and be bothered and have my stream ruined by people who are trying to get what I have one day, and they're trying to bring me down, and I don't want to deal with it. So that's why we didn't do an IRL tonight. Now, I'm moving out of here soon into a multi-million-dollar mansion.
Nice.
Suck my I don't know what to say. Sayonara. See you later. Get the away from me.
So he's saying he's going to move into a multi-million-dollar mansion. Now, I know that Kick pays a lot, but there's no way they pay that much because who would watch this guy? He's basically a bitter, drunk weirdo that...
To be fair, a lot of people would watch him. People like to watch a car crash, and he does seem like a bit of a... He does seem like prime car crash TV, so I think he does get a lot of viewers, to be fair.
Just bitching and complaining, and if he's not going out getting his ass beat, then there's no point in watching him. So maybe it's like a Jack Doherty situation where he's renting the mansion so he can fake it until he makes it. But yeah, I'm pressing X to doubt on that one.
It wasn't fun. I didn't like any second of it. I thought it was miserable the entire time. I hated every second of it. I didn't enjoy one moment of it. From the second that I got sniped here, from the second I left, get the away from me and I do not care. Just leave me alone. Oh, yeah, Action Man's banned from 6th Street. You're right, I am. Because I can't stop you and your 3 or 4 assholes from harassing me. I can't stream if you guys pull up with your selfie sticks.
I love it. The guy that harasses other people complaining about other people harassing him. You gotta love it, innit? You gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it. The harasser complaining about getting harassed. You've gotta fucking love it.
With your dead ass chat, with you making no dollars a month, holding your selfie stick like a total dipshit, without you attempting to be a streamer in the most embarrassing fashion humanly possible.
Well, you know what's funny? I could argue that the way you are doing your streams is the most embarrassing fashion possible. I mean, harassing women for money is pretty fucking low, to be honest. Every single viral clip of you out there is you getting your ass beat after you harass the wrong woman. So yeah, if anybody's embarrassing, it's your dumbass.
Tori, you're right. I can't go outside into Austin, onto 6th Street, because I'm gonna get harassed. I can't even be left alone at my own house. So why would you think that I can be left alone if I'm trying to make content on 6th Street? And you know what's funny? Me and Nate, we talked about it today. Oh, should we go to 6th Street? Should we go to 6th Street? I said, yeah, let's go to 6th Street. And then I was like, wait a second. Now, why the f would we do that? For what? To be stream sniped into the ground? To have a bunch of assholes who don't know how to stream point their stupid selfie sticks at me and try to ask me stupid questions because their channels are dead and mine is not. And then people say, oh, Action Man, oh, Aaron, you think you're better than these guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely I do. Oh, Action Man has an ego. Yeah, I guess that the definition of ego is I don't want to be around you. F off, eat, die, leave me alone.
He seems lovely, doesn't he? He seems like a lovely lad. He seems like a lovely, 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 lovely lad. Big up Action Man. Fuck Action Man. Big up Action Man. Fuck Action Man. Let's continue. Let's do some DSP.
I have to the stream.
DSP stupidity hits a new low. By the way, the Asmongold arc is finally over. For haters like myself out there, there's not a lot of us, but there's some DSP haters out there, myself included. I'll include myself in that group, who want to see DSP lose everything and have to work a regular job. He's an entitled, greedy arsehole of a guy. He doesn't deserve everything that he has. I want to see him lose it all. For those of us that want to see him lose it all, it's a good day for us, because the Asmongold bump, right? The Asmongold fucking shekels from his fans and his fucking cockroach fans and shit who are, throwing in money, is over. It's back to regular scheduled programming. But he promised he wouldn't beg. So now he's caught in a bit of a conundrum. He promised he wouldn't beg because he was getting loads of money from the Asmongold fans and all the attention he was getting. He was fucking super giddy about all the newfound attention and the love. And then he jumped, he jumped the gun and he said he wouldn't beg anymore. So now he's not making the same money he was before and it's back to regular. He has to beg again because he loves begging, but he can't, because if he begs again, he's going to give the trolls a win, and he hates giving trolls a win. So it's one of the greatest times to be a DSP detractor, because he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Does he beg like normal and give the trolls a win, or does he act like or does he not beg, but then, fuck himself over, because if he doesn't beg, he doesn't get any money? Let's see what happens. But anyway, let's watch some clips from 2D streams. The first one is DSP stupidity hits a new low, or hits new levels. How does he not forget to breathe?
I have to the stream. I got the monitor arm to work, like a piece of hair in my mouth, on the Sansui ultra wide monitor that is in front of me right now. So I'm getting questioned already, like, well, wait, what changed? Because, remember, this was the big problem last week when I was doing the set upgrade, that I got the monitor arm working on the MSI OLED monitor, and it's amazing, right? And I'm able to adjust it, and I've been using it ever since, and it's been great. But the big problem was it wasn't working on the ultra wide. So to remind you all what the problem is, monitors have a mounting system on the back.
Okay.
It's called VESA or VESA. And there's two sizings for this. One is 75 millimeters and one is 100 millimeters. All that means is the amount of distance between the screw holes on the back of a monitor, and the screw holes are always in a square configuration just like this on the back of the monitor.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, and?
This monitor does have the screw holes.
Okay.
Problem is, they put these screw holes sunken into the back of the monitor into a circular depression into which you put the stand to hang the monitor on so it stands right here, right?
Okay, yeah.
And
What's wrong
they
with that?
definitely screwed it up. Like, there's no reason.
I like how anytime he can't figure something out, it's always the manufacturer's fault. It's always the fault of the game. It's always the fault of the person that makes it. It's never him. It's never user error. It's always item error. You know? It's never ever user error. Obviously, the one that he got was defected. Obviously, the one that he got wasn't made properly. It's like, brother, could it not be that you just don't know how to install it? Could it not be that you just don't know how to install it correctly?
Why they did that at all. Like, it legit doesn't help the monitor. I don't know why they put it like that. I've never seen a monitor that has a circular depression into which they put the screw holes. So because they did it that way, all the monitor mounts that are out there are a square design that you're supposed to put a plate on the back of the monitor and screw it in.
Okay.
Well, the square plate won't fit into the round hole. What the hell did they do that for, right? So when I tried to put the monitor arm on this monitor last week, it wouldn't fit. The screws were too short and wouldn't go through the square mounting plate to fit into this depressed circle in the back of the monitor. They just didn't reach. And there was no other adapter. There was nothing to make it work. And everyone yelled at me, oh, there's supposed to be an adapter in the box.
Everyone yelled at me. People in the stream chat were giving him suggestions and were trying to help him and were trying to figure it out. But because they were maybe calling out the fact that he was getting it wrong, he translates that into people were yelling at me. No one can yell at you in the stream chat. Even if they use it all caps, it's just words on the fucking chat. No one's yelling at you. Oh, they were yelling at me. Yelling. Because they were trying to help you figure it out. He's such a baby, innit? He's such a baby. They were yelling at me.
No, maybe there's an adapter with the mounting arm. There's nothing. I even looked online.
Yeah, we got Cole. That's a great one. We got Cole. Is his pod called Circular Depression? I love that.
I said, do they sell an adapter? No. People who've had this problem had to get a 3D printer and print adapters for the thing. All right. So on a whim, I said, I just want to try another monitor arm and see if a different monitor arm would actually fit. Now, the funny part is there are monitor arms that are not a square, that are actually more like an X design like this. And so the bolts are on the ends of each of the X tips. I said, well, maybe if I do that, I can just kind of wedge it in, fit the X into the circle, and I can get it to mount. The thing is, those mounts are not as good. They're much cheaper. All right? So no exaggeration.
He needs expensive ones. Did he go and buy the fucking high grade, right? The top of the line mounts, right? He can't do cheap mounts. He needs the top of the line mounts. What did you buy?
I bought a really cheap monitor mount to see if I could just get it to fit temporarily, and then maybe down the line I could figure out a long-term solution.
By the way, he's mentioning the price because people already were clowning him for spending so much money on all that streaming gear before. That's why he's mentioning it was really cheap, because he was getting he was getting fucking insulted because he was wasting so much money. I fucking love this.
Solution or whatever. So it showed up last night, right before my late stream, and I'm like, man, I wish it had showed up earlier. I would have had more time to mess with it, but I didn't. What can I do?
Amazon's a detractor as well. Delivering items late. Amazon is a detractor.
So I tried to get it to work, and I basically tried to get it to fit. It doesn't fit. The length of the X is too big and won't fit inside the circular depression of the monitor. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. So I'm never going to get any monitor arm.
Press X for circular depression. Press X for circular depression.
To work with this stupid thing like ever. But then I took a look at what was sent with the monitor arm, and there was an incredible amount of hardware And I was like, why is there so much hardware?
So you got it wrong.
They gave me like all this different hardware to try to get this monitor arm to work with different monitors.
So you got it wrong,
and included with this monitor arm was really long screws, like more than twice as long as the screws that were included with these Benq or BenQ, however you say it, monitor arms. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. Could it be?
So you got it wrong.
Are these screws long enough
you got it
that
wrong.
I could actually get the original good monitor arm?
Also, imagine this being your content, bro. Imagine this being your content, wasting just time talking about the most asinine, just nonsense things, boring your view. Like, what? Mounts? We're talking about mounts for this long. For this in depth, we're talking about mounts and screws. Like, come on, man.
That I bought to fit, and I could put a square mount on a round backing because they're long enough.
Oh, great, amazing.
Would you like to see the answer?
Yeah, I guess you're gonna show us, aren't you? You fucking weirdo. So ugly, isn't it? He's so fucking ugly. Okay.
Yes. The screws were long enough.
Look at this. Look at what he's showing us. He's showing us the back of his monitor. Honestly, like, what? Congratulations, I guess. People in the stream chat, incredible. Seeing is believing.
I now have a square mount on a round hole because the screws were long enough to fit in there. And the awesome part about this is...
Someone in the stream chat, that's way better. We can't see you. Big up absent feline.
Now this monitor can be maneuvered all over my setup. I'm very excited for the future. Seriously, I know you.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we'll move on from that one. Let's say this one.
I referred people to the FBI.
DSP spends the entire podcast seething over the end of the Asmongold arc.
But that was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, kind of mental.
This should be good.
Oh. I can see it's going to be one of those days with a lot of toxic people. And you're about to find out why, actually. Because when we're going to talk about the games that are now out of the rotation, there's one game that are pissing off my trolls. It's too bad. Really. I mean, the troll tiers, really, they motivate me to go back on a decision when the trolls are complaining. I mean, I just can't stand it, to make my trolls cry. Oh. No, in truth, when I make a decision and my trolls are upset, it means I made the right decision. Always. Like, without actual exception. If I make a decision to do something and my trolls are pissed about it, it means I did the right thing. So I know I made the right decision on this one.
Didn't he stop playing that truck sim game because he didn't get enough money? So how is it a right decision because the trolls want you to stop? The trolls didn't tell you to stop. You stopped playing it because you didn't get enough money. But you can't beg, so you're pretending like you're just getting bored of it. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
And we'll talk about it in just a moment. However, I need to close my curtains. There was a big wind gust, and it opened my curtains, and now the lights coming in. Give me 1 second to close them.
Of course.
I'll be right back.
Of course, that's the most important thing to do right now. Go close your curtains. Of course. Great content, mate. Stand up, go close your curtains. The tism is massively strong. The tism is massively strong. Jesus Christ, this guy. My curtains.
Okay. He said, put a cat tower behind me. There's no room behind me for a cat tower. This is very limited room for me to even get in and out of here. Could I do a new office tour when the room is done? Yes. It's not done yet. I still have a couple more things I'm working on, but I probably will take some pictures and show you what it looks like once it's done. Can I do a Liza P second run in the future? Probably not, only because I don't think there's demand for it. It seems like a lot of the times these days when I play these, when I play these FromSoft style Soulsborne games, people want to see that first initial run, and after that they're not interested in another one, particularly because if I do a second one, I'm probably going to do much better, and a lot of people like to see me struggle and overcome rather than just like steamroll. So I don't think that I would play Liza P again, just to be honest, okay? Nicholas says, I just finished Arc Raiders. It's absolute fire. I wasn't even under the impression the game has an ending. I thought that it was an endless, what do they call it? What is it called? It's not an evacuation shooter. What's it called? The one where you loot and you leave? I can't remember what it's called. It has a name for it, right? Extraction shooter. That's what it's called, an extraction shooter, okay? So, there you go. Yeah, I didn't even know there was an end. I thought... We'll count it as 5. And Misanthrope Gamer said, and I quote,
what's that?
The upgrades are fascinating, Phil, not because they matter, but because you truly believe they do. So what he's saying is, oh, you did all these upgrades and none of it matters. Why are we talking about it? Because they do matter, because they actually affect...
It's incredible bait. Incredible bait. Look at his face. Incredible bait. It's fascinating because you think they matter. It's such an incredible little diss. I love that. Great sneak this. Incredible sneak this. Incredible sneak this. Oh my god. So good.
The content in a big way. People for years have criticized me and said, hey, you never are looking at the game and the chat at the same time. You get distracted and it screws everything up. Can't you improve your setup? Yes, when I have the means. Well, now I have the means. I've done it. Oh, that doesn't matter. Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't for years say, improve the setup. Your setup's inferior. And then I do it and then say, oh, that didn't matter. Why did you waste time and money on it? It's toxic behavior. I'm not going to have it.
I think the content is just bad, isn't it? The content is just bad, poor, low quality, low effort. It doesn't matter how many fancy things he gets, improves his camera setup and shit. When he's being miserable, when he's bad at games, when he's banning people, when he's begging, it's just the content's terrible. It's not really about what the presentation or what. Obviously, he's made his content, his streams look better, you know, on the eye. He's not sitting on that ugly couch. He's not streaming for a potato and shit. Cool, but it's still him. You're still watching DSP, you know. Like he's just awful at this. He's just really bad. Like, the only thing he's good at is begging, right? Begging he seems to be world class at. But when it comes to actually creating engaging content that people are gonna want to come back to and digest again, or even to root for, he's horrendous at that. Horrendous. That's what people are calling out.
I'm not. So if you want to be toxic, you're in the wrong place. I'm gonna call you out for being toxic, and you're gonna like it. What
does that even mean? You're gonna like it? What if I don't like it?
Reality. It's not that you just get to say and do whatever you want and be toxic to everyone around you and we're all supposed to be happy about it.
People can have a difference of opinion than you and not be toxic. You think all this equipment is not a waste of money and is making a difference. Somebody could say it doesn't make any difference. That is their own opinion. They're entitled to it. You don't have to agree with it, but framing every opinion as toxic, as hating, as trolls is a form of mental illness.
It. If you're a toxic individual, I'll expose you as such. Right?
Expose.
Period. Now, Misanthrope Gamer did a second super chat of the same amount.
Let's pre-scan
and
the
said,
super chat.
Hold on. Your upgrades always show how dedicated you are, Phil, even when the differences are too small to catch, but okay, that's toxic. Yes, it is. It is. It's toxic to say that I'm doing upgrades that are helping the setup, that are going to make my content better, but they don't matter and no one notices them. It's toxic. Yes, it's toxic.
What about if it's a difference of opinion? That's one person, though. One person doesn't think the improvements are that, you know, noticeable, and they disagree with you. You think they are noticeable. Just agree to disagree. It's really not that. You don't really need to be. Again, this is content for stream fans, right? Imagine pausing your stream and arguing with somebody in the chat like this, like going back and forth and being so snappy and arguing. It's not that deep, really. They thought one thing, you thought another thing. Keep it moving.
Toxic behavior. It doesn't matter that you're putting $5 on it when you say it. It's still toxic. Anyone will tell you this. And then you did another super chat of the same amount.
Don't give DSP money, by the way. Never give DSP money.
One does not hate in others what one is not capable of seeing in oneself. Huh?
Big up Misanthrope. Big up Misanthrope. If a fucking goat. Misanthrope is a fucking goat. Big up the super chatter, man. I don't like the whole giving money thing to insult him, but this is fucking brilliant.
I'm not criticizing other people's setup. I'm not going to someone else's stream and throwing money at them to sneak diss them. That's you. What would I see in myself? I'm not doing that. I'm on my own content doing meaningful.
Another person in the stream chat. You literally misunderstood what he said. You really have very poor critical thinking skills. Another person says, to be fair, I'm new here and I don't see much difference, but I'm actually glad you really like it. I love this troll. I don't see the difference, but I'm glad you do.
Stuff for my audience, and I'm done wasting time on you. Thanks for the super chats. Now shut up. Okay, now we can continue. What do you guys think about that routine? Try routine because it's something new. There you go.
Justice for Buckwell. Who's Buckwell? Buckwell had a family.
Thank you, Casanova.
I want Buckwell.
So here's the hilarious part. On the YouTube side, we've got all positive viewers and fans giving me great suggestions. On the Kick side, we've got a bunch of mouth-drooling idiots spamming the chat with nonsense, and I'm ignoring them all.
No.
Funny how that works, huh?
That's a really good way of ignoring them, by the way. Let's talk about them on the stream. That's a good way of ignoring someone.
And they still haven't figured it out that I'm ignoring them because they're just a bunch of little children, the trolls who farm the content and wanted me to play Truck Sim.
Justice for Buckwell. Justice for Buckwell. Why are you so rude, Phil? F you, pig. I love it.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Something completely random? I mean, maybe, but I think tomorrow I'm getting...
Anyway, fuck this guy. Cool. Let's move on. I want to do a Lummox as well. I want to do a little Wings. Let's see what Wings is saying. Where's Wings of Redemption? Where the fuck is Wings of Redemption? I got it. There might be a new Lummox. Actually, I think it's around here now. There you go. I got a new Lummox. Let's see. Any new Lummox videos here? Yes, there's a couple new Lummox. Let's do... Let's do this one. Wings of Redemption.
Why?
Has a massive cavity. Misspelled the word to bait the trolls.
You got so obsessed with Lummox. Like, honestly, I feel scared, elated, anxious. I gotta sleep it off.
Dropping by for the dislike supplements. Nice. I love all the dead air, by the way. I love all the dead air. Top tier streamer is Wings of Redemption. So much dead air. The dour face on his look. Like, it looks like he doesn't want to be there. The pity. I wonder if we're gonna get a pity stream right now, but yeah, this is great streaming from Wings. Go on, Wings.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. Finally speaking.
How's everybody doing?
Great. How are you? You don't look that great.
Let's look at our challenges for today. I've been wanting to do a talking stream recently, but I feel like my talking stream will like bring out my leftist ideals and isolate fucking viewers.
Don't do it then, innit?
So I'm torn on it.
Don't do it then. It's not that difficult.
What's up, loose? Yeah, I know. I misspelled it on purpose. Arch Raiders.
I misspelled it on purpose. He can't even admit he misspelled a word exactly. I misspelled it on promised Arch Raiders. Arch Raiders.
Instead, put the H on it.
Sure you did.
You gonna barbecue at my house? Don't threaten me with a good time. You gonna do it? You gonna do a mustard based or vinegar based barbecue? You want some rice and gravy? Have I met any trolls in real life? Okay, GBC, I know you're a little bit of a troll, but I've only met one person that ever attempted to troll me in real life.
Who's that?
And what ended up happening?
Yeah, what happened?
Was I caught him in the act, right?
Of trolling you.
So like,
sure
he comes up to my house.
Sure you did.
He's like 10, maybe 12. Right, so he's a young kid. And he's dropping Wendy's chili off, and his parents are in the yard, right? So, yeah, I can hear you. His parents are in the yard. They have a really nice Tahoe, and So he's dropping Wendy's chili off.
Okay.
And I walk outside on the porch and I greet him. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And he's all excited, and his dad comes up, and we take pictures together and all this other stuff, and they're happy, and they all leave, and they go, "Enjoy your food." I'm like, "Well, thank you." So I don't look at it right then. I grab the food and I take it in because I was about to leave. That's how I called him. I was about to head out the door and leave. So I come back later at night and I look into it because I get kind of hungry. I'm like, "Oh, there's that Wendy's chili I got on the counter. Let me go get that Wendy's chili and warm it up." So I open the bag up. And the bag states, God, let me go look this up real quick. Like, I have it on my X. There it is.
Massive.
Hey, fat man.
Yeah.
There's something of the mods, and I have finished plowing that poor wife of yours. We decided you can watch the gangbangs for a while.
Jesus Christ.
You eat your Wendy's chili. Speaking of it, here's some of that shit that you love. Anyways, love you, Wingo. Stay fat. And shout out Sean Ranklin. Big ups, Liquid Richard. Have a good day.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Imagine getting trolled like that in real life, being left notes like that. Honestly, like, one of the things that locals don't get enough credit for is their resilience. I know they all don't have any other thing to do, right? The only thing they can do is stream. But you have to rate a local's resilience to just continually put yourself out there when you know there's so many people out there actively trying to destroy your life, actively trying to hurt you in all kind of manners of ways, leaving you messages, writing you notes and handing them to you in public. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't do it. I would have, I would have just think, you know what, let me just go get a regular job and just fuck all this shit off. It's not worth it. But these guys they seem to be a glutton for punishment, you know. Rings is also a glutton for food, but still, Jesus.
Like, this kid was like maybe 12 years old or some shit like that. And he had his parents drive me to his house and left that note in the bag.
Chat wanted a head on the plate last stream. I turned that around. Lols.
What, Wings, will you ever play more Fallout? Yeah, I've been wanting to play Fallout 3 again. My problem is I gotta hook my Xbox up to do it or play it on PC, and I prefer to play it on Xbox and PC. Because like the only other way I could play it's PS3, and like good lord, I don't even know if I could find my PS3 copy. Much less my PS3 controller battery's completely shot in it.
Okay.
And you can't really find a replacement PS3 controller with new batteries.
Great. Getting clapped again. Somebody did say, I forgot who said it. Somebody, I think that I was streaming with him recently, said they would love if a detractor could make like a compilation clip of him winning, maybe for like April Fools or something. I'd like to see it, because most of the clips I see of Wings playing these games, Call of Duty, Red, I don't know the other one he plays, he's always getting clapped, and he's like I won't say he's a professional gamer, but he's been essentially making a career from streaming for a long time. He plays video games for a long fucking time. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be improving or any level of expertise or proficiency at the. It's like, why are you always getting killed so often? Like, Jesus. Like, don't you practice?
Alright, I'm rejoining you. Hold up.
Yeah, there's never a time I'm like, oh, I want to play Arc Raiders. Like, I want to go collect shit and just hope I don't get shot going back on an elevator. It's just, like, there's just never a time that's something I want to do.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Stay lazy.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Just must be a
PC. I don't have an X mod. T's still moderator. Like, I made a mistake. I thought I took her admin mod away, but it took her whole moderation power away, so I'm giving her mod back.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, the thought was like the whole process yesterday was like I couldn't pay attention.
We got on 10 toes. All cow, no lows. Hilarious.
To the chat at the level I needed to.
Mm-hmm. So.
But like I don't want her fucking banning people. I mean, the ghost gave me like $30.
$30
over
too
the
much.
Span of like 6 months.
Mm-hmm. So what?
Hey,
you want more?
It was $40, and I'll be a member. You know.
But it's not even that. It's just like most of the people that were fighting were people that were regulars, and it's like, come on, dude, don't kick people and throw people out that regularly come to the stream. Is it different if it's like GVC? Like nobody gives a fuck about GVC.
Can you play the game, please?
It's a radar side circle.
Can you play the fucking game?
You guys want to drop over there?
Wherever. I need to go to the dentist. I got a cavity in my tooth.
Of course you do. Look at all the stuff you eat.
I'd rather land in the desert with no gun.
Nah, we got this.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm literally getting killed
again.
right now
Claps
because
again.
everybody abandoned me. Fuck you guys.
Clapped again.
I got one.
Clapped again. He's so bad at this game, man.
UAV right there. Can you hold that?
We're gonna have to move. Then we got 2 tanks near us. 2 tanks that are near us. 1 tank rolling in right now.
Someone's below.
All right, you cannot listen to me. We got 2 tanks about to smush us.
Yeah, Luce is waiting.
There's people right on us.
All right, there's about to be tanks right on us. Holy shit, I'm about to die. Fucking help, boys. Quit concentrating on fucking picks.
Fucking one more time. Fucking help.
Fucking help, boys. Quit concentrating on fucking picks.
Forward.
He takes this game so seriously, but he's so shit, isn't it? It's kind of sad, man. He takes his game so seriously. He's wrapped up, like his whole entire self-worth, his sense of self is wrapped up around the game, but he's so bad at it. Fuck.
Alright, yo, we need to get the fuck out of here.
We've been needing to get the fuck out of here. I've been trying to insinuate that for almost 40 seconds now.
Okay, let's go. That one's down. Dude, I'm fucking
I hit
gross.
the other one, but
All right, quit being gross. Like, let's keep it frost. We got lots of people out. Let's do it.
Got him.
Good job, good job.
Fucking on him.
Hey, be quiet. How many plates everybody got?
That's good win. Dude, that was like a 40 kill win, dude.
42 kill win.
Dude, Lagote had 21 kills. Holy fuck.
Okay, what was it then?
42 kill win. Holy fuck.
Anyway, $5 I missed.
We were
Shaky leg.
fucking them up, dude.
How ironic when he complains about Warzone being only snipers assault over here. Wingos, you get a sniper and an assault rifle. Hey.
The little anxiety wiggle is fucking hilarious, by the way. I love the little anxiety wiggle with his leg. It's his whole body shaking like jello.
Hey, you see this king card? I'm about to get this king card.
Okay. I don't know why I'm getting docs and death threats. I never did a single thing.
Dude, I feel like I have to be the person that keeps the team on order, because like they go brain party. Because you ask one of these dudes to do a call out, it's like it just keeps circling back around to like he's right there. It's like he's right there. It's like he's right there. It's like
it's not him.
Like their mind goes. I can't say he's right there.
Mentally unwell. He's blaming his.
He's right there.
Isn't that what you do?
Bro, plate broken, and then I missed a guy 4 times for the kill.
Jesus Christ.
The other one for like 100.
Bojangles should be banned.
I think Wings cleaned him up after.
we'll do another mission.
You just gotta wait for the.
You just appear on the map.
Who caused the blessed drops? Let's go.
Whew.
I hit it twice. Maybe they couldn't repair it.
I got
7 up.
I'm the LP duckling here.
You're a bitch.
Okay. Come on, Wings, say something, please. Say something, Wings. Say something, Wings, for fuck's sake.
What's my deal with Grandpa Gaming? That it's a circus act. Like he's a 1 million sub channel.
Okay.
That is 1 million pity subs.
Don't you do the same thing?
Like you can't tell me you watch a Grandpa Gaming stream and be like, yeah, this is what I want to spend my afternoons doing.
Maybe not.
Well, I guarantee he'd be better.
Oh, the
Come on, yeah, pass it over. There you go.
Pass it over.
Couple tunnel.
What y'all think about?
Guys behind us.
I see.
I'm down.
Again,
down the roof.
claps
Down the
again.
roof. Down the roof. Down the roof. Down the roof.
Shit.
I'm behind the pillar now.
And
Claps
I
again.
fucking got hit by a bomb. You pick me up. Artillery got me. Dude, I haven't had a plate this whole fucking session.
Oh my god, man.
Nah, behind us too, dude.
Stupid.
One there. One
Shit,
there.
I'm about to die again. About to die again. Fuck me, dude.
Anyway, you get the gist. You get the gist. Wings is really bad at video games. Wings is really fucking bad at video games. And even though he spends his entire life playing them, he doesn't do anything else but video games. He's very, very bad, it seems like. Very, very fucking bad. Alright, cool. Let's quickly check out Kill Tony and see what it's saying.
All right. What did you want to ask, Steve?
It was probably back in like 2015 or 16, but it was something about, it was when one of our kids was in college, and he lived in Walk-Up, and we had never been in the place, but we were paying the rent, and he
Get to the point, lady. Jesus Christ.
wouldn't let us in. We had to sit on the stoop. And so that's what the question was regarding. And then Steve Harvey went on.
All right, Paula.
Jesus
This
Christ,
is amazing,
man.
Paula.
Sorry.
You sure you've seen this show, Paula?
Yes.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
All right. How many kids do you have?
2.
What did you do for work your entire life?
For a
She's got
while, I
all the
was a
kids.
fit-
She's the child catcher.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Enough of this.
I'll do it again. Watch it.
Okay. We got it.
Lollipop.
All right.
All three
Very good.
today,
All right.
children.
Answer the fucking question, Paula.
I did. I tried. I was
Ooh.
a fitness trainer for a while.
Okay. Fitness trainer. And then what? You got married, stopped working, had kids?
No. It was when my kids were older.
Okay. How old are your kids now?
One is almost 40, and one is in his.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. And you have a boyfriend now?
I'm married.
You're married. How do you keep things fresh in the bedroom?
I don't.
Lollipop.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Paula, here's a little joke book. Get out of here. Get off of me. Here's a little joke book. Can you catch? Here we go. Oh! Boom! She's an Olympian. Paula saves it with a great catch. She really is an athlete. Jesus fucking Christ. With the Here we go.
A lady.
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hello. So I've been thinking about my celebrity doppelganger, and I finally found it.
That's good.
It's the nerd emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a nerd for a really long time. Back when the internet asked women one question, you probably know. Was it hot? Were you hot or were you not? Yeah, I was on a scale of 1 to 10. And I was a 9. Yeah, don't laugh. I was 9 years old.
Oh, brutal. This is not going well for this lady. Oh, yo.
Okay, Epstein. Now, I'm an adult and the internet asks me more questions like, what's your name? What's your social security number? Are you a girl boss or are you a trad wife? And I'm like, I'm single and tired. I'm so exhausted I'm outsourcing all my decisions to AI. I'm scared I'm actually turning into a robot. Eventually, I think the question might be not, are you hot or not, but are you a bot or not? Yeah, thank you.
Stand-up comedy is a scam. Stand-up comedy is a scam. Stand-up comedy is a scam. I swear to God. Stand-up comedy is a scam. Are you a bot or not? Excuse me, lady? That was a joke you wrote. You wrote that joke. Are you a bot or not? You wrote that joke.
God. fucking strike me down.
Jesus.
Just slit my fucking throat.
I think I might be able to save this one. Can I see your picture here?
If you do the fucking thing, I'm gonna blow my brains out. Oh my God, you're gonna.
Lollipop. All free today, children. I saved it. Fuck off. I saved it.
That is amazing. Jenny Ann, you've been on this show before, correct?
Yeah, I sold a '69 Mustang on your show.
Oh, that's right. You pitched a '69 Mustang, and then you ended up selling it.
Yeah, to a dad and his sons, and they're gonna fix it up.
Nice. Very good. How exciting. What else is going on in your life, Jenny? You've had enough time to maybe think about what else you could have talked about in the interview portion of the show since the last time you were on. Any fun facts about your life or anything interesting about you?
Not really.
I don't know where to begin.
Any one of the things would be where to begin. Any one of the things.
I used to run a lot.
Big, really? Big up Wild fan, really? I would pay to watch her, no lies. She got an amazing, dry sense of humor. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. There's something there. She needs to just refine it, develop it. But there is something there, isn't it? There is something there. It just didn't land today, but there is a little bit. There's something in there.
And I ran in college, and then after college, I was briefly a shoe model for Hoka shoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How much did that pay? How much does a shoe model pay? Is your face in the things, or is it like...
No, just we were chased by a giant marshmallow to explain how soft Hoka shoes was.
Wow. Well, I have good news. The giant marshmallow sits right next to me now. This is him.
Damn you, Ghostbusters. Well, isn't it like a shoe model? Like a mannequin can do that, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
just the shoe.
It was just us. We ran around on a track in like a giant.
How dumb is Red Band, by the way? Why were you a shoe model? If they could just get a mannequin to do that. Huh? That's why they want a shoe model, because she's a... Anyway, I don't even have to explain it. Red Band is so fucking dumb.
And marshmallow.
How about anything else interesting about you, Jenny Ann?
Jesus
Anything
Christ.
else about your life?
Come on, Jenny.
What's your dating life like? You seem like the third craziest woman that's been on the show tonight.
Thank you. My dating life is... I'm starting to date more, so that's good.
What are you doing to do that? Are you on the apps or something?
Yeah, I am on the apps.
Okay. Is your avatar the nerd emoji? What does your bio say on these apps?
Super fun, outgoing.
Basically looking for someone who likes to make things and go on long walks and get coffee.
Wow.
No, so boring.
This is one foxy dork right here, Tony. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It is.
Are we hitting it off? Yeah, like you keep looking at me. I'm married. I can't, but goddamn.
No.
I still think
No?
she's like a dominatrix or something. Like
Yeah,
how
there's
she's
something.
or
There's something.
dark.
I think she's got a Gilligan's Island fetish.
Oh, another super topical Harlan reference. We've eked our way to the early 70s, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm this close to pulling out the lollipop.
Oh, my God. All right. So, Jenny, give us an example. Like the last date that you went on, what was that? You matched with somebody and then you met them for coffee or something? Give
Yeah,
us...
we went for a walk around Lady Bird Lake.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not the Lady Bird Lake killer.
All right. Keep going. Keep going, Jenny. That's not funny. Just keep going. It's just crazy. It's crazy what's going on here tonight. It's the least funniest people. Like, I'm going to sign up for Kill Tony.
I've never had narcolepsy, but I think I'm about to get it real quick.
Policy. That's what?
Okay. Let him sleep before he does the lollipops thing.
Lollipop. All free today, children.
All right. Okay. So, Jenny, you went for a walk around Lady Bird Lake, and then the date. What happened?
I told him about what I did last week.
What did you do the week before?
I went to Las Vegas to help sell AI guns.
Okay. All right.
honestly, what would inspire someone like this to do stand up? Like, she seems like, bless her, right? She seems like a lovely lady, but she seems incredibly boring. What would have said? What do you think would trigger someone like that to explore doing stand up? Like, she could live a really cool life, collecting her things she likes to collect, building the things she likes to build, and going on those walks that she says she likes to walk, right? Why is she doing this? Like, why? Like, she's clearly uncomfortable and awkward on stage, doesn't really have much of an, you know, sparkly, bubbly personality to kind of match the, I don't know, it's a strange thing to kind of get into when it clearly doesn't look like it's for you, you know?
Okay, so then what happened on the fucking date, Jenny? Jesus God.
Big up Coiler. Are you talking about Red Band? Yeah, he's chin but can handle his liquor. Is hilarious.
Just somehow I made him laugh. I don't.
All right,
Tony, she's boring.
Yeah, it is incredible.
God damn, she's.
Jenny, last question I could possibly ask you before we. I think this might be a new thing. Just the new wait a year program. Before I put you on a year of no sign-up allowance.
Bring back blacklist.
Give us something fucking interesting about your entire life. Anything could work right now. Anything.
Jesus.
It was the car, wasn't it? You sold a Mustang and that was it. That was your entire personality last time you were on.
Powerful
and now you're
bunch.
back.
Yo, big up.
Newest Netflix release. I twink, therefore I am. A Tony Hinchcliffe biopic.
I still, did you guys see that screenshot from TMZ that allegedly said they outed him being gay? I wanted that to be real so bad. But it wasn't. Big up Saddies.
Yeah, I'm back. What? I get.
You've seen the show before.
I watch it every Monday.
And you see, like, I'll ask somebody a question and then they'll answer honestly and I'll say something. Okay, most interesting thing about your fucking life.
200 body count.
Again, we keep answering for you here, Jenny,
Jesus
and you're not
Christ.
saying anything while claiming that you're answering honestly.
Come on,
Normally
Jenny.
not this hard.
Come
You
on,
can
Jenny.
say anything. Any fucking thing. Any fucking thing about your entire fucking life.
I think it's interesting that I sold AI guns last week.
Okay, there she goes. Jenny Ann, a year. You'll have to wait a year to see her big return. Holy shit. There she goes. Golly gee. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
You know, if I was a fan of this show, I'd be thinking maybe it's burnt out. You know what I mean? Maybe, just maybe.
It is
Maybe they
burnt out.
ran their course. In the end, it was just a bunch of crazy people signing up for the chance to do a minute. But let me remind you, we find stars almost every other week or so. There's another fucking absolute monster comedian that we find. Dedrick Flynn has the week off. He's in Atlanta with his family. For those of you that are fans of the show, may I say, we have a book to recommend. The great Louis C.K. wrote a book. It's called Ingram, everybody. Wait, with the record from this show in this show's history. And he is here again. Ladies and gentlemen, closing us out, it's the Memphis Strangler, the Vanilla Gorilla,
Who's this?
the Big Red Machine. This is William Montgomery, everybody.
Oh no. Let's see what this is gonna do. Let's see if he bombs again. Oh no.
Did y'all know that a woman discovered Kevlar and then she said, I'll just turn this into a little vest?
What?
I recently asked ChatGPT if AI would one day replace Red Band's job as podcast producer, and it responded, you mean Red Band hasn't been replaced yet? I watched Donnie Darko dubbed in French the other day, and I definitely didn't know what the fuck was going on. My girl don't need a sports bra.
Rogan's protege. He yells all the punchlines.
I don't get this. I don't get this guy's appeal, man. Pick up Gitsy. I really don't get this guy's appeal. I really do not get this guy's appeal at all.
She needs to sit on the couch and watch Bravo, bro. My girl don't need a sports, bro. She needs to call the American Idol hotline and issue a bomb threat, bro. Okay, that's my time. Thank you, Tony.
Ooh. He didn't even do the minute. He didn't even do the minute. He didn't even do a minute. He couldn't even do a full minute. What the fuck was that mess? Honestly, stand-up comedy is a fucking scam. It's the biggest scam known to man. It's the biggest scam known to man.
In and out, William Montgomery. William, have you watched any of tonight's show? Have you seen any of it? Sometimes you're...
Saw just a little of it. I haven't been paying attention, but what a bunch of kind of weirdo kind of people, right?
Yeah.
Psycho bitches.
Yeah. Psycho bitches. That last girl, she seemed strange. When she was walking out, I just touched her shoulder, just trying to be nice. And then I went on with what I was doing, and I turned around, and she was just sitting there staring at me. And I was like, okay, bitch, keep walking. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice, bitch. What the fuck?
It is wild. Proof that the bucket is real, that anything can happen. Because if these things were pre-picked or produced at all, clearly none of that. I like Demo Majok, the extremely black man. And yeah, the caddy, the Jack McWilliams was fun. And then there's just
funny.
You and Ari Maddie.
Yeah, well, I've been so busy up there. I've been hanging out with Ari Maddie's friend, also from Estonia. He will not get off my back in the green room. It's Tony. It's
There's an Estonian comedian that's annoying you in the green room?
It's really... No, I'm kidding. He's been very nice. I only briefly said hello, but he seemed very nice. I don't... What have I been doing up there tonight, Tony? I'm trying to even think about what I've even been doing up there tonight.
He's a bit lame too, fam. I don't get it. It's not for... Maybe you have to be there to see him to find it good, but I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah. What were we 3 hours in? Yeah, we are. So I think I'll end it for now. Tomorrow's TFAT K day, so there'll be a new TFAT K. We'll be able to dissect a little bit more. But let me quickly before I leave, I want to check out what Poetic Flocko is talking about. I saw Poetic Flocko put out a video about someone went to kill him. What's happening here? Yeah, look at that thumbnail. He's done his own thumbnail. Look at that. Hoover is threatening to murder me by Christmas. Okay. Let's see this.
A really dangerous gangbanger is promising to murder me over a video I made about the Hoovers. Now his name is Big Deal. He's a
He's snitching straight away. Of course he's snitching straight away, man. Fucking
over a video I made about the Hoovers. Now his name is Big Deal.
I like how he doesn't start on his own channel, by the way. I love how he doesn't start on his own channel.
He's a really big deal, no pun intended, from where he's from. He's a Five Deuce Hoover general. He's one of the most feared gangbangers in LA County.
Flocko,
and
man,
he has
relax.
a problem with a video I made where I just documented the threats he made against Charleston White.
What's the deal? It's a cold gang, man. What's up with the people, man? What's up with the cold gang family? Hey, yeah, man. So,
what is Big Deal
boy
doing?
Flocko out here running around doing detective work, they say, man.
Big Deal's gonna chill.
And he got my name in his mouth. This gonna be my first and last time to send this message your way, Flocko. But what you gonna have to do, man, is you gonna have to keep the set out your mouth, man. You gonna have to stop building these cases, man. You know what I'm saying? And working for these people. Because I'm starting to think that it's a lot of police and federale work going on at No Jumper, man. And Adam might be the commander, man, the chief of police. And you the public detective. And the other boy got the badge, whack 100. I don't know what's going on.
First off, I am the police. You got me. All right? I don't got to hide no more. You got me. I'm a detective. I'm a rat. I'm a snitch. I'm 12. I'm everything you think I am, and I'm not.
Look at those hands. Flacco does not miss a single meal in it. Yo, Flacco does not miss a single meal. Look at those fucking hands. Jesus Christ. He definitely gets some food from his mum. His mum definitely delivers him some fucking packed lunches. He definitely gets some food delivered by his mum home. Look at those fucking sausage fingers. Jesus Christ, Flacco. He probably drinks palm oil. Flacco probably drinks palm oil. He probably eats OXO cubes like a popcorn, you know? He chomps some OXO cubes like they're fucking popcorn. Look at this guy.
I am, and I'm not being sarcastic either, right? And if you is watching this and you think I'm being sarcastic, then you have nothing but yourself to blame. I am the police. I'm a detective, all right? I want y'all locked up. I don't want to see a gangbanger free. I'm sorry, bro. I'm putting it out there, bro. I hate y'all. I want y'all.
If you hate them so much, why do you talk about them so much?
Locked up in a cell. It's really that simple. But even though you exposed me, okay? Yes, you got me. But you think I need the white man's permission to snitch? Like, you think I'm, if I, well, not if, because I am, right? If I do some ratting.
Honestly, the way his lips move as well, it makes me so sick. Look at this. Look at these little bussy lips. Look at that. Look at this. Look. He needs to scrape his tongue as well, by the way. His tongue looks like it needs a good scraping. Let's see. Where is it? There you go. Look at that. Look at the bussy lips. Who talks like this, by the way? Have you met anybody in your real life that talks like this? Look at the fucking lips. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Flacco, what the fuck are you doing, man? Why do you look like that? Why does he look like that? Look at his lips. Look at his lips. Look at him. Just look at him.
Do some ratting. You think I'm doing some ratting under the white man's program? You think Adam is telling me who to snitch on? Cut it out, man. Now that's insulting. Thinking I need a white man to tell on you niggas is insulting.
But niggas gonna keep the set out their mouth and stop building cases and playing with the set like that. We can play and do all this other content, but we ain't gonna play and do that, man. You feel me? Because a nigga hate to have to body bag you, man. You feel me? But keep playing, Adam gonna have to line your ass up, man. Straight up. You feel me? He gonna be the next nigga that's gonna be lining somebody up, man. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck who a nigga call. You could call 911, the FBI, the CI, whoever. You could call ICE. Nigga. I wouldn't give a fuck. Straight up. But a nigga gonna be in a bag and keep playing with me, man.
The most ridiculous part about this is he covered his face to make the threats. Like, you covered your face to threaten to murder me as if your face isn't already on the internet. Like, as if your face isn't already in multiple interviews identifying yourself. Again, Brick Baby and Big Deal. This is you on Being Rival Gangbangers, right? So, like, the face covering does nothing, all right? When I send this video to the police, which I am.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to show y'all, right? The video is going to the police, trust me. When it goes to the police, you think what they're going to say, oh, his face is covered. How do we know this is him? What about your YouTube channel that's named after you? Big Deal, right? From 5 Dudes Hoover, right? How about the multiple videos already on your channel without your face covered? Like I don't understand. Now, Big Deal is somebody who I consider one of the smarter gangbangers. So this right here is a surprise to me, bro. He's upset about this video right here that I made called The Streets, saying Hoover Crips put a bounty on Charleston White. In this video right here, I included a clip from him where he's essentially threatening Charleston White, letting Charleston White know that the Hoovers are after him and that Charleston White's friend and ally Smack from TDE, who also is a trouble gangster crip and a Hoover ally, he's letting Charleston White know that they're after him and their homie, which is Charleston White's friend, is gonna have to backdoor Charleston White on their behalf. So he put this out there and I simply just covered it. And now I'm the bad guy. I'm so confused here. all right, is grizzly bear, all right, because he's built like a grizzly bear, man. He has like 60-inch python biceps,
Jesus
all right,
Christ,
and some very girthy chest. He's like a very big guy.
Straight to you, Gumby. Check this out, man. You not a spokesman for Five Deuce, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just nip that in the bud. You know, just kill it, man. You feel me? You don't speak for FD, man. You feel me? You can speak for anything else, but you're not speaking for Five too, man. We're gonna just kill that, man. You feel me?
Wow.
And it's for these niggas in Fort Worth, man. You niggas need to get it together, man. You niggas ain't never claiming FD if y'all not HGC. Straight up. Ain't no other way around it. Ain't no conversation about it or nothing. Tighten up, get y'all shit together. Straight up, you feel me? And another thing, we're gonna get on this Charleston White shit, man, with Smack, man. You know, I had Smack back, you know, with the fade, you know, for Whack 100, but you know, Charleston getting out of hand, you feel me? So we might have to have Smack line Charleston up, man. He gonna have to line Charleston White up, man, straight up, you feel me? And y'all know my motto, man. He gonna have to keep it gangster or get put off gangster, straight up.
I have a serious question. When y'all make these videos, are y'all operating under the expectation that the only people who see it is other dirty, stinky, funky gangbangers?
He's antagonizing the gangbangers, I guess. Well, Flacco's out here. He's gonna probably, you know, I don't know what he's doing really. He's on a weird timing right now. But big up Poetic Flacco. Big up Poetic Flacco. Hopefully, no one touches him and he doesn't get, you know, RIP'd. No one wants to see that. But Jesus Christ, he sits way too close to the camera with a face like that. To be fair, and the way he does his lips, he does way too close to the camera. But big up Flacco regardless. Big up fucking Flacco regardless. Okay, people, that's it. Random show, we're done. Back tomorrow, a bit longer. We'll have the T-Fat-K to go over. I'll probably do a watch along. Maybe I'll do a watch along, maybe a react. I don't know. It depends what I do tomorrow, but I'll probably try and get some clips actually. I'll probably try and get some clips for the show, so I don't bore you guys super. Yeah, that's what I'll do, because they're gonna do Wednesday is gonna be Jelly Roll. So maybe I'll do clips tomorrow, and then we can watch the Jelly Roll in full. Yeah. So we'll do that together. So big up everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you. All week will be members only, by the way. In case there was people watching who are not members, by the way, all week will be members only in the stream chat. All week will be members only to kind of, you know, help see if I can drive up some of the numbers. So all week will be members only. So make sure if you want to get involved, you smash the like, hit subscribe, and then become a member by clicking the link in the description. Give the membership, all that good shit. Of course, we're also trying to fundraise as well for the end of the 20th, I think is the last day that I'm doing the streams. I'm doing them every day until the 20th, of course. So get involved in that way as well. Again, links, all of that stuff in the description. Trying to get that Berlin fund up, so make sure you get involved there. Apart from that, get involved in the Discord. Great little oh yeah, Discord too. Tomorrow as well, maybe we'll do some Discord stuff. So yeah, we'll do some Discord stuff. So people in the stream chat, if there's anything that you want me to react to, make sure you include it in the Discord. Join the Discord, add it into the videos subreddit or the videos server, whatever bit. That might be easiest. Tag me if you want to as well, and I'll react to some of your clips that you recommend in the video section. So please do that, and I'll do that tomorrow as well on top of T-Fat-K. So please recommend any videos you want me to check out by making sure you join on the Discord, okay? Appreciate all of you, honestly, really do. Thank you for tuning in to me once again, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Start of the week, hope you had a good one, and I hope the week continues to serve you well, those of you that are around. Appreciate every single one of you. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, I'll see you all again tomorrow, but for now, peace.